Yeah.
Bangers.
Are you gonna have your feet cam?
Okay, so
Should I have a feet cam?
her name is Inde.
Inde Navarrette?
Oh.
Navarrette.
I think she might be Latina. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Freaks.
Roles in 13 Reasons Why and Superman and Lois.
She was in 13 Reasons Why. I haven't seen 13 Reasons Why in so long.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
She's in Superman and Lois too?
She plays Call of Duty. Yeah, apparently, yeah. She was.
Fix your face.
She played Estella de la Cruz in 13 Reasons Why, and Sarah Cushing in Superman and
Do I do a
Lois
horror movie? I have no
in
fucking clue.
2021 to 2024.
Baby, I would never cheat
Weird
on
in
you.
Trap House. She streams on Twitch.
Jump.
She plays Call of Duty and The Last of Us primarily.
Oh, wait, maybe we should show that.
Okay. Nice.
Let me show you one of her little TikToks. Because I was like, fuck, I had a crush on this girl.
Yoo,
I was like-
new celebrity crush.
I'm like,
we love
you
to
know what it
see
is?
it.
I know she got a man, but she don't look so crazy looking that I don't think I don't got shot.
There you go. She's cute. Hey.
Hi, I'm Inde Navarrette. I play Nikki in Obsession, and I'm here to answer all of the questions that you have after watching. Warning, spoilers ahead.
You're gonna hate me for something I'm gonna say.
What are you gonna say? I don't know. You better not on camera. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. Don't say it. Nope. Nope. Fine, I'll edit it out. What you gonna say? Go
She
ahead.
kind of looks like your ex.
I knew you was gonna say it, bitch. I knew it. I was like, as soon as I saw your face, I was like,
Cory has a type. He doesn't. He has a wider range. He does have a wide range type, but
but you did. She said, but I did see a pattern.
But I did see a pattern.
I was like, what are you gonna say? And I thought about it. I was like, fuck. Anyways.
No, me too.
Anyways.
She's cute.
I think she's really, really cute.
She's really
I like
cute.
her personality from what I've seen, but what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Moon Piece Podcast, where we talk about anime, gaming, movies, and all things in between. I am your co-host, Cory, and I'm here with my other co-host,
Kimmy-chan. What's up, guys?
and as you can see, Danny quit the podcast. It's just us two now. I'm joking. JK. This, unfortunately, Danny is not recording with us today. As some of you may know if you watch the podcast, Luffy passed away, and we give our condolences, and our boy just needs some time to just for himself. So we are still here giving you this episode. It's never been just two of us doing an episode. Yeah, we do live streams, and so that's different altogether.
Something.
But a whole episode of just yapping, and it's just us two. It'll be fine. Listen, guys, we be yapping all the time, so we'll be all right. We got a little treat kind of towards the end of the episode since it is just us two. We'll give you a little heads up now. Some of you may know, me and Kimmy both went to the same college.
We went to college.
So we'll do a little bit of reminiscing, some yapping, because it won't seem like we're leaving Danny out this time.
Yeah, and you guys can get to know us just a little bit better.
Yeah, get to know about our performing arts backgrounds.
We went to an art school.
Yeah, we are art bitch. But as always, we're going to get into what we watching, what we playing, and what we saying, and we're going to start with Kimmy Chuan.
Hey guys, so first and foremost, they've been yelling about it for months, and I finally went back to it. Interview with the Vampire season 2.
I thought we saw Avatar.
Well, I thought we were gonna do with everything else first, because I was like, that'll be the new topic. But
Okay, Interview with the Vampire. You finally watched season 2, right?
Yes. So I finally watched season 2. Oh, I cried, my heart exploding, everything. Oh my God, crazy. First of all, I want to say, fuck Armand. All my homies hated Armand.
That's very valid.
I never liked this man in the first place. He always gave me the heebie-jeebies. Something's wrong with him. Never liked you. And I'm glad that I was right. I was glad that it was right since day one.
I think what's so interesting about like, you know, this universe and these characters is like you have no like background information on Anne Rice and her books, right? So
No,
this is like
I never watched the
kind of
original
your
movie or
own-
anything. Yeah.
Well, not even the movie, just like her books,
No,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
like so you're just kind of just enjoying the ride
Yeah,
for what it is. You don't have any
absolutely.
prior context. And like me watching it, because I always feel the need to watch YouTube videos and go on TikTok. So like I can always get a breakdown of what a lot of this stuff means or the information means from like a lot of people that are fans of Anne Rice,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like the OG of vampire stuff. Season 2, man. It's been a while since I watched it because it was like 10 months ago now, 11 months ago.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. It's just a completely different
A whole different vibe.
vibe,
Yeah.
place. How'd you feel about the Claudia switch?
Actually, hold up one second before we even get to that, guys. Just to remind you guys, so if you guys know nothing about Interview with the Vampire and you're just hopping in and you're a new fan of us or whatever, Interview with the Vampire is basically, as Corey said, like a remake, bring to life of Anne Rice's books. Back in the day in the 90s, they did a movie of it, and so Netflix did a special that
AMC.
AMC.
It's AMC. Yeah. Netflix is just airing it.
Oh,
Like,
airing
it
it.
goes, you know, just like how other networks
Mhm,
just end up on Netflix. It's AMC's show.
Okay. Yes, and I
Not
was like,
not AMC theaters, the actual channel.
I thought it was that. I was like, oh, they must.
No, like remember because The Walking Dead was AMC.
I never watched
I
it.
never watched The Walking Dead. I just AMC be making stuff. So
The more you know.
yeah.
Well, regardless, the story is basically about this journalist who's exactly as the title says, interviewing a vampire and what his life is like, and just he got to know what a vampire is actually like, and he wants to write a book about it. And the guy's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let me tell you my life story. And so you see flashbacks of like back in the day of, I think it was like 1950s. I don't even know, man.
70s.
It was back
I think
in
it was
the day.
in the. I think I want to say the 40s.
It was the 40s.
Maybe the 40s or the 20s.
Yeah. I think it was the 40s. Into the 1940s and present day. It actually takes place during the COVID pandemic. So, and so you see the back and forth. So if you guys are interested in something like that, it's honestly a really, really good show. And there's 8 episodes a season?
Yes,
8 episodes a season. Super quick watch. Very well worth it.
Yes. And the quote unquote third season, they just call it
Side story.
the Vampire Lestat. No, it's the third season. It's not a side story.
Oh, okay.
It's just they just didn't call it Interview with the Vampire season 3. It's a continuation of the story,
Oh.
but it's called the Vampire Lestat.
I thought it was a side story.
There is a side story called something of Talamasca or whatever. That's like side story, but it's part of the main plot. But like you don't
Okay.
have to watch it. But the Vampire Lestat is essentially season 3.
Okay. That's good to know.
So first, before we get into season 2 specifically, how do you feel about, I guess, the show altogether? Because like you know you do your vampire stuff. You know what I mean? As somebody who don't watch any of it, I just seen the first 2 Twilight movies. So like all I know is like that trash stuff. But you've seen other material. Would you say that this is one of the best vampire shows you watched? Like,
Absolutely.
how do you feel about it?
I definitely think, honestly, I think it is the best vampire show that I've seen. Because, like I said, I watched of course, crappy Twilight, fun, campy movies. That's like the fun aspect of it. But then I've seen shows like True Blood, which like True Blood was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then it just stopped being good. And
Around how many seasons of True Blood are there? Oh, you down the top of your head? You
I
don't,
can't say. I remember watching 5.
okay.
But I think it stopped being good by 5,
Okay.
and then it fell off.
All
I
right.
want to say there's like 8,
Okay.
but I could be wrong. But either way, I remember I was like, I loved it so much. It was the same kind of like Game of Thrones, HBO, just really raunchy, but like very well done, really good storytelling. And then somewhere along the way, they just stopped trying. I watched Vampire Diaries. I was such a good fan of Vampire Diaries, but also again along the way they just it went bad.
Went on for too long.
It-
That's also the CW curse, I think. too.
Yeah, it was so good until it wasn't, and
Yeah.
then at the same time, it's like they also start like killing off and then bringing back characters, and you're like, all right, I've seen this enough.
Yeah.
And then they do the black girl dirty and all that. I'm like, it just happens too many times that it's like, all right, I'm
Played
over
these
it.
games before.
So frustrating. So truly, I really do, as someone who's watched all of those shows, and I watch a lot of like supernatural type shows anyways, I think this is really one of the best supernatural type shows. and just vampire show in general. This is the best. I think I can say that with my chest. This is the best vampire show I've ever seen.
Okay, what do you like about the Interview with the Vampire so far?
Well, I know we've talked about it before, and the fact that they have not shied away from like all the racist aspects of it. So I was like, that was nice, and it's pretty accurate to the times. Normally, when we see vampires of like the past, they're like, yeah, they're in like the uppity like England type back in the day, super Bridgerton type place. But this one's a lot closer, and it's also in America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're always in England. They're always in these fast places. Like, all right, bro. Like, there's black people.
Yeah,
this is nice. You know,
or they're in Washington where it's foggy.
Yeah, in New Orleans, it's pretty sick. Oh my gosh,
which is dope because like it's a bunch of voodoo stuff in New Orleans, like history and stuff like that. So like to have something supernatural based there seems like a layup. Honestly.
Yeah, so easily. The adaptation was so well done, 1,000%.
What about like the acting, the costumes, music, and the stuff like that? Because
acting, costumes, fantastic, dude. Both of the actors, like, oh my gosh. So if you guys have never seen this show before, if you guys watch Game of Thrones, the actor that plays Grey Worm. Right, that was his name, Grey Worm. Yeah, he is
Jacob
the main
Anderson.
Character. Yes, Jacob Anderson. He was great, a fantastic actor. I was like, now I'm like, you know, I was like, he barely said anything in Game of Thrones. I'm like, you.
Wow, they kept you in the tuck. They kept you in the tuck, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
free the guy.
Truly, I'm
my
like,
guy Louis de Pontelot.
Oh my god, he was so good. It's fantastic.
And then your boy Lestat de Leon Cole.
Oh my gosh, this man! Give him an Oscar?
Give him everything. Give him the Emmy. Give him the Emmy.
Give him everything, an Oscar, an Emmy, everything, please.
I just want to see Lestat and Dio have a conversation in the room together.
Lestat is actually Dio in real life.
If he played, like if they, not that they, like we don't need.
Oh my god!
She said we're cooking with gas.
The casting. Okay, now you cooked with that.
I'm just saying, like, we don't need it. I know they have like a live action JoJo's for Diamond is Unbreakable, and like for McKenna plays Okuyasu.
What?
In the
I never knew this.
It's Japanese though, but like, McKenna plays Okuyasu.
That's hilarious because he's like mad tiny.
Hilarious. I mean, Okuyasu's not that big.
Wait, hold up. Which one?
Okuyasu's the one, the
bigger
stand
one. Okay,
the stand that
the hands.
does okay.
I'm thinking the blonde one that comes in later, the tiny guy, short guy, that he's basically main character part 2.
In Diamond is Unbreakable?
Yeah. His friend. Starts with an H. Green guy.
Am I tripping?
White hair. Literally, he has act 1, 2, and 3 of a stand.
Oh, Koichi?
Koichi. I thought you meant Koichi for a second. I was like, how is he playing Koichi?
He's mad big to be playing Koichi.
I was like, what do you mean? I was so confused.
I was like, who could you be? Koichi?
I thought you meant him. That's so funny, actually.
No, the guy that plays Lestat, I can't remember his name to save my life.
I can't either.
His aura, his energy. Listen, guys, I'm not even queer, and I think I would fall for it.
Bro, he looks like he can just get anybody. Just that theater nerd, like, oh my god.
So, what'd you like about going from season 1 to season 2?
Just the exploration of these characters. Like, they really were raw dogging it, going across country, from America all the way to Paris. Yeah. They went all the way more. During the war, they had to go through it, seeing all of this happen, the way they're treated, just how they interact with other supernatural beings, like finding other vampires, and they're like, whoa, there's some really cool old ones, and they're, creepy. And even that one, really zombified vampire that they fought in the beginning, that was psychotic. They were like, what the fuck is that?
You gotta burn that bitch.
They were like, bro, he can't even understand us. He's a weirdo.
Nah. He said I had a joke, now I'll say it. I had to stop myself. I was like, nope, let me not. I guess with the whole Paris setting, the fact that they all basically just became theater kids.
Yes. Yo, literally, I'm sitting there. I'm like, this is theater. This is theater kids. The drama, the tea, everything. Everybody fucking each other. It's all of it. I was like, this is pure theater, 1,000%.
So what'd you think about the Claudia recast?
Oh, I gotta say, I was sad because I did really, really like the original girl. But I understand.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've had so much of a long time between when I watch season 1 to now when I watch season 2 that like I barely remember what she looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know it happened, but like
the portrayal, you're probably not even like, it's fine.
yeah. At this point, I was like, it's
Yeah.
fine. Before, I was like, damn, I'm really upset because I like that girl.
Yeah.
But now I'm like,
I felt the same too because like I obviously binged it, but like I'm sitting here watching season 1. We get to season 2, and I'm like, who are you? Like I'm like, who is this? But then I looked it up. I was like, where's the actor? But the actor from season 1 was basically double booked and was like doing Avatar.
oh, so that's what it was.
Not the Last Airbender stuff, but the Way of Water when they were shooting season 2. So they were just like, she was like, yeah, I'm out. So it's recast her, and they got somebody who looks like a little bit older, kind of. So
A little bit. I will say it was a little difficult to watch at first because not only was her appearance different, but the fact that she came into season 2 and she's supposed to be depressed. She's supposed to be different. So we were used to seeing her being like all happy and, you know, like, oh my God. And then like she gets frustrated and dealing and older. But now it's like she's in like depression mode.
yeah.
And like we haven't seen that from her. So it's a whole different side. So it feels like a whole different person.
Which is crazy because like I liked how it really delved into the fact that she's stuck in this really young body.
14
you know
years
what I mean?
old.
Like, granted, that don't look like a 14-year-old for season 2, but season 1, she looked her age for the most part. And like what was different from season 1's portrayal in season 2, she was a super crash out in season 1,
Oh
right?
my God, yeah.
Obviously she got mentally older with like the whole depression range, but I really like the fact that they touched on that idea of like, you guys made me like this at this age, and this shit is whack. You know what I mean? I feel like people don't really think it's just conversations I don't feel like outside looking in happens in a lot of vampire media, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, they really don't touch upon that. I think once Twilight talks about, you haven't gotten to it, but like the last 2 movies do talk about vampire babies, and it's usually like, oh, vampire babies, we just kill them. But like vampire children, like, but that's like toddlers. Again, they kill them, but no one talks about like young vampires. Again, that's why they're like, Bella, we're waiting till you're 18 and then blah 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 blah. But even then, like no one else has like delved into what are the dangers of like vampire children in general. So this is the first thing I've seen.
What did you think about Claudia's story with her baby girl in this season?
Oh my God. Claudia deserves so much better in general because I'm like, God damn, bro. This girl deserves so much
Justice for Claudia.
So I was like, not only did she have to go through a whole shitty theater initiation and all that, and then they infantilized her by made a whole play about how she's a little girl. I'm like, this is a 50-year-old woman at this point. Like, and the fact that they do this to her, I'm like, that must feel terrible. And then on top of that, she's like, she makes a friend. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. You know, she has someone to talk to. And they're like, no, fuck your friend. Also, you hate these clothes? Well, you're going to be in it every day going forward. You're going to eat, sleep, shit in it. Like, this is going to be your fit. Everybody's going to know you by that. Period. And they're like, she's like, you're lucky I don't want to kill myself right now because I really kind of do. And then they try to keep her away from baby girl. And then I'm like, oh my God, when they finally was like starting to get together, they're like, oh, hey, so she's like, hey, I've been third wheeling you my whole life. I'm kind of tired.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I don't want to be in the cuck chair anymore.
Yeah, she's like, I'm kind of over it, and I kind of want a chance to have a partner too. And he's like, all right, well, is it like, you know, this gonna be your bestie, or is it like romantic? And it's like, it's not romantic yet. And I was like,
spicy. The dialogue, bro, like whoever's writing this, like it's very Shakespearean how the dialogue is played out. But then there's certain moments where I'm just like, y'all did that for the culture. Y'all did that for the culture.
Facts. They knew what we wanted. They knew it. Oh my God. So that was, oh my God. It was so beautiful. Just like everything. The way that she met the girl, what was her name? Madeline?
I can't remember.
I think it was Madeline. So the way that she met Madeline and rescued her and just like and it started off being catty with each other and then bitchy. And then finally they were like.
They were witty. They were challenging each other.
It was so cool. Oh, this is everything I wanted. They were going to run away together. They're like, yeah, we picked out this new place and this and that. And, tragic. Oh my God. Anyways, I bawled. I bawled.
How'd you feel about Louis' character this season?
I mean, I think they did good with him because he pretty much took like a step back. He's trying to recover. He's trying to deal with a lot. And, you know, being in Paris, he was like, this is Claudia's show. I'm just here for her. I really don't want to be here. I do not give a fuck about any of these vampires. I don't care about nothing. But this is the first time I'm seeing Claudia happy, so I'm going to be here for her. Because as much as, like, she's like, you're my brother now, like, that is her father. That is her father. And he just wants to see her happy. And that's all that matters. So I think he did a great job. Obviously, he's, you know, trying to find some new love. So he's messing around with Armand and everything. I'm like,
messy.
That's fine.
So messy.
He was like, you know, trying to keep it casual. Eventually got there. All right, fine. But just, oh my gosh. I will say, I was very surprised that we actually got the backstory of how the journalist met, how he met him.
Yo, when they started like putting more information to like, what was it? I think it was the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah,
when they started filling that void, I was sitting here like,
what happened in the 70s?
Wait a minute. I was like, so we're jumping. We got a third timeline right now.
We got a third timeline.
And then when you see like that, when they're in the room, that first interview and how that all played out, you see like,
and he was like, hey, so like, did we fuck? I don't remember. And he was like, you don't remember? Daniel. Oh. He was like, no, we didn't. I made you put your shirt back on and we actually interviewed. And then I kind of crashed out. And I was like, oh my God. And then just seeing everything like, oh no, it wasn't just an interview and he saved you. Like the remembering process, crazy. I wasn't expecting any of that. Wild. Truly, I don't even want to spoil too much from everybody.
Spoil.
Okay.
Girl,
but God, I was like, yo.
This came out 2024.
You're right. You're so right. But I'm like, hey, maybe somebody wants to watch it new. Either way, whatever. Regardless, when he said what he said, when Louis was like, in the 4 hours that I've been talking to this man, it has been way more fun than the 70 years I had with you. I was like, ooh, I know he felt that in his soul. He said, you are so fucking boring, my guy. I fucking hate you. You a boring ass bitch.
He's good. He's good with words. He knows how to really dig deep and hurt his ego. I was like, Armand, you are a bitch, but damn, I was like, that's crazy.
I'm so happy he said that because I was like, in my soul, I was like, even before, I was like, nah, I hate this man. Thank you. But I was like, something about me. I was just like, I do not like this man. And every time I was like, and he still ended up with him. Nah, I hate this shit. So I was really happy with the ending.
Is there anything you kind of wish you saw more of in season 2? Or that you're hoping to see in season 3 without me kind of confirming whether or not you'll see it or not?
No, I'm very open to season 3. I really just wish we would have seen more of Claudia and Madeline just as like in general. Just even it doesn't even have to be as a couple, just them together, anything. I was like, that was the only thing I was really hoping on.
Yeah, but she died.
But I was like, I will say,
was you mad she died?
I was mad that both of them died. Like, even Claudia was like, no, girl, save yourself. And she was like, nah, you're my coven. I'm with you. We're here together. We dying together, baby. I was like, ah!
Real one.
Oh, my gosh. I will say, though, the best thing, Louis' kill streak, he went off his
going
rocker.
Crazy, bro.
Armand is like, go, escape. You got this. And he said, no. You killed my daughter in front of me with my ex. I'm coming for all your heads.
Heard.
And he said, no. But he was cracked out in the
now.
cracked out in the cemetery. Hilarious. When he was like talking with the dead guy, and the dead guy's like, oh, you know what? You have this and that. And they're having a whole conversation. I was like, did he turn him by accident or something? And no, he's just
crashing out.
He's just crashing out. And Daniel's just like, did you ever think you were, I don't know, schizophrenic? He was like, maybe. He was like, I didn't think about it at the time. But
that's a poem for another day.
Yeah, he was like, I'll let the psychologist review this after the book comes out. They'll tell me. Okay. I was like, this is great. Right, and just, oh my God, the last thing I'll say, I was just like, truly the dialogue, crazy. because Santiago, the argument that he had with Santiago, them poking fun at each other, and he was like, yeah, well, I used your daughter's ashes to get off last night, so suck my dick. I was like, oh.
It captivates you, bro. Like, you're just like, you're just sitting there like, who's gonna get disrespected next?
Truly. I was like, he was like, all these bitches on fire. This other one trapped. Freaking, oh, you thought you got away? I thought about that already. Blew them up. Came over here. Oh, nah, but I'm waiting for you. Waiting for you. Comes in. He was like, all right. Comes up. Shwa! Cuts his head right off. He said, yeah, say that shit to my face. Oh, my God. I was... My heart.
Okay.
My heart.
Okay.
Beautiful. I was like, you should have pissed on him too. I was like, I was ready.
Waited so long to watch this, and look at you.
I did.
Look
I was
at
so
you.
hyped. Listen, it wasn't for lack of want.
I know. So what are you giving season 2 out of 10?
Oh my God. Honestly, I can't think of anything more. It was a 10 out of 10. Truly.
Oh, no?
I don't do this lightly. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was like, the ending, even coming back, and the connection with Lestat, finding out everything. Oh.
Yeah.
He was like, why didn't you tell me? He was like, I think you figured it out eventually. He was like, well, it was like, I feel sorry. He was like, I mean, I left you with our mom, so like, who's the real sorry one? Like,
all right. So looking forward to hearing what you have to say about the vampire Lestat. I'll say a little bit without spoiling or giving too much information, just in case some people are watching this part and want to know at least my thoughts, because it already finished. It's 7 episodes.
Oh, yes.
So that just finished this past Sunday, and honestly, we need season 4 now.
Yes.
Now, but with a caveat that I felt like we were robbed of an 8th episode.
Ooh.
Like that 7th up, like that last episode this season. I was like, when it ended, I was like,
that's it?
Really? Like y'all could have, if for all that, y'all could have ended this season at episode 6.
Damn.
Because the way like episode 6 ends, it's not often where like my jaw drops watching a show, like, and it goes to credits, right? So like I'm sitting here and I'm watching casual. I'm like, okay, yeah, things are happening. Something happens, and I was like, ah! And then with the credits, I was like, ah! I was like, what? What do you mean? I was like, I gotta wait a couple days now.
That's crazy.
So like, it ended so strong that I kind of wish the season ended there.
Okay. Okay.
And the first, like, all the episodes are really, really good. I think what's the most jarring and interesting part about season 3 for the Vampire Lestat, like, first of all, the first 2 episodes, first episode alone is like a 10 out of 10 episode. Ooh. Like, so you're going straight into gas when you start season 3.
Okay.
But like the fact that it's taking place now, ain't no interview happening. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're right.
So like everything is in present day 2025.
Okay.
2026, but you know, it was shot in 2025. And like I did show you like the little light video but it's not a spoiler, but it's like the fact that like they casually just brought up like just hear Lestat say a line, be like, and Drake just dropped 40 songs.
Oh yeah.
And I was sitting here like I was watching, I was like, when did y'all film this? Like, I was like, how do you know that?
That's
like,
mad funny.
But season 3, I think is really, really good, and how it expands the world. I might go back and watch the Talamasca one, only because there are aspects in season 3 where I realized, because I didn't watch Talamasca, I don't know who this character is and what I was able to fill the gaps in myself, but watching videos after every episode, like after I did my little binge, that filled me in.
Okay.
But I won't say that you'll be completely lost if you just go straight into season 3.
That's good to know.
So, all right, what else you got on your list?
Okay, so that definitely, I started a new anime that a lot of the chat was recommending me, and it's such a silly name, and it's called The Klutzy Class Monitor and the Girl with the Short Skirt. So, super silly shenanigans. Yeah, I was like, crazy long name.
Girl with the short skirt. I can't speak.
But basically they've seen how I love my slice of lives. Honestly, I don't think you should watch it. I think you would think it's another slice of life slop, as you like to call it.
Shoujo slop. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah. It's cute. It's beautiful. I will say the animation is the only thing that really stands out as something different. It's very well done. But I will say it plays into the tropes. So this one's kind of like a parody where kind of like they know that the high school kids take the roles take each other seriously.
Mhm.
So basically, the class monitor, he's one of those like, this man autistic and he takes himself real serious type.
Okay.
Like he real cute. Like, and the girl is just like, think about Momo from Dandadan, but she's like dating Ida from My Hero. Yeah. So think about it like that.
Okay.
And so he's very much like the first episode,
Rules are rules.
Yeah, rules are rules. Your shirt's too your skirt's too short. And she's like, he's like, sorry, you're way too pretty. People are gonna take that real serious. And then she's like, oh my god, you're calling me pretty? What? And she's like very violent, like, stop. I will hit you. Like, stop embarrassing me type things. But so like he's part of the committee, but every member of the committee is kind of bad shit crazy, which you find out little by little. And it's hilarious because they really just play into like these really silly roles in high school. So like, for example, the librarian is like supposed to be like the super hot prince, but you find out the second he steps out of the library, he's like a fucking troll.
Is it kind of like that little group of people when we was watching Witch Watch?
Yes.
Like, are they like exactly like? Because like what you described, I'm like, why does this sound familiar?
Yes.
But I was
trying to figure out. Yes, think about that, but like taking it seriously. And if we expanded just on that, think of it. It's,
like they got their own show.
Yes. And it's hilarious. So this is and it's honestly, I'm enjoying it. So it's a fun, silly watch. It's only like 12 episodes, and I'm like halfway through the season. So it's been nice. I'm enjoying it.
Well, since we're talking about some shoujo slop, let's talk about some shoujo peak, because we didn't get to really delve into your thoughts too much because there was 5 of us in that 5-hour episode that we just put out. So you finished Kaguya-sama completely.
I did.
Right?
Finally.
You watched the last 2. Do you understand now? I was like, you have to watch these last 2.
Yeah,
like,
you're so right.
I was like, these last 2 is like, you like walked away and like didn't actually get your nut.
Yes.
No pun intended, because you know there was a scene in there that.
Yes, it was actually so good. Kaguya-sama Love is War, I will say, truly, truly underrated. Like, I was not familiar with your game. I will say, I'm not gonna lie, it starts out real slow. That like literally, I had to convince so many people. I was like, no, guys, it really does get better.
You're like pulling teeth. You're like, guys, just believe.
No, please
believe.
I almost dropped it myself, guys. I was 7 episodes in, like, Cory, you sure about this? But it really does get better, and it is great. Like the full cast is there, and the story just gets better and better.
The president's dad, bro. His dad, like when I was watching those last 2, because I remember I didn't even know they came out, right?
Yeah.
So it was like when I started recommending it to you guys, is because I just like scrolling. I was like, what? I was like, what are these 2 things? And I was like,
and you were like, yo!
And I watched it and I was like, nah. I was like, this
Crazy.
nigga got a YouTube channel.
Yo, literally, his dad getting his own YouTube channel and streaming.
Getting them out of poverty.
Getting them out of poverty because of streaming. I was like, this is top tier.
And then the daughter, every time she walked past the screen, they're like,
10K.
10K.
She was like, why do they keep sending 10K?
Stop doing it.
She's like, stop it, guys. Save your money.
Like,
more.
She's feeding into it now.
Yeah. She was like, fuck, do I make an account now? Would that help? Would I do anything different?
It be like that though, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, I know you kind of talked about it a little bit on the stream, but they actually had sex.
Bro! Oh my god, yes.
Like they actually did it.
It's so refreshing to see an anime actually go through, like, okay, they hated each other, then they liked each other, then they dated, then they had sex, and they got married, and they end up together, like the full shebang. You never see this shit, honestly.
I have no questions. I don't have to worry about anything. I know exactly.
Honestly, the only other one that I can say that's like kind of close to this, I will say, have you ever watched Horimiya?
No.
Very similar to this, except it ends a little bit after high school.
Okay.
But essentially it's the same kind of concept. So I was like, it is nice. It is really nice to be able to see a character's, like, you see everything. Just being able to go through their journey with them. And like, they were like freaking out about it. And oh my God, she's going to come over, like, and they're both prepping mentally and they both freak each other out. And they're like, okay, you know what? This doesn't even have to happen today. we can just make it real chill. It's totally cool. And they're like, is that cool? And they're like, yeah, of course it's cool. We can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna go sleep on the couch.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep on the couch. He's like, okay, but like I don't want you to sleep on the couch. Like, come over here.
And I was when I was watching, I was sitting here like, you know what? I'm okay if they don't do it, right?
Me too.
I already accepted. Because like they had the conversation.
Yes.
They were adults about it. Like they was trying to figure out like consent is key.
Yes.
Like I was like,
this
you
is
know
nice.
what? Okay, fine. You know.
Yeah.
And then she backed it up.
And then they just
She hit him with a scoop.
Yeah. And then, they were just like, oh, a little kiss here, a little kiss there, and like, oh, but I love you. I love you. And then the next day they wake up together. I was like, yo!
My son cracked Kaguya. And then Kaguya was like,
nah, Kaguya cracked him. Did you see that?
Kaguya cracked him. Because even the next day she was like, yeah, I'm a woman now.
She said, so we running it back?
Yo.
Oh my God. It was great. It was great. Honestly, I'm going to be so honest. I teared up. I teared up for her when she was like sitting there and her friend's like, okay, but tell me about it. Like, how was it? And she was like, it was really great. She was like, fuck. She was like, damn, you really had sex with him? And he's like, yeah, it was nice. She's like, damn, man. She was so tight. Her friend was so tight. She really wanted that cookie so bad.
And they even like had like the fact that they even kind of had a conversation about, yeah, maybe we might not stay together right now. So I was like a little scared when they did like the little time skip part. I was like, yo, did they really not end up together? And that was just a fling? I really thought I was going to do that because I was also accepting that. I was waiting for the show to just betray me somehow, I think.
Yep.
And it didn't. I think it came home from work and I was like,
yeah, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like we see like he's with another girl and he thinks back on her and that bullshit.
Or maybe they're not together. Maybe they finally run into each other again. And like, all right, now let's actually kick off our relationship. I thought it was going to be one of those.
Yes,
and it just end like that. And he's just like, I'm home from work, babe. And I was like,
yeah, my God, my babies, they're together.
I watched these niggas grow up.
Oh my God, literally.
I remember when they was having war.
Truly. Oh my God, my whole heart.
10 out of 10.
It was great. And honestly, it was nice. Honestly, as a girl, like I lived vicariously. I'm gonna be honest. I had a really shitty first time. For my first time, doing the dirty. And that was not a fun time. It was not fun. I was pressured into it. It wasn't a good time.
Yeah.
And so to actually see like a couple being like, they talk about it, everything goes well, and they just straight up like, yeah, this is great. We love each other. And they had fun. That was so nice. I teared up. I was like, oh, I'm so proud of. I was like, at least somebody's having fun out here. At least somebody's having fun. I was like, God damn.
I think it's one of the things, like, even after the fact, this whole time I thought Kaguya-sama was shoujo, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a whole different, it's actually an adult series, which, like, makes sense when you think about all the jokes that's in it. I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah, this is an adult series. They be wilding in this show, bro.
Yo, when that one girl, the other girl from the council, and she was like, you want us to join an orgy? And she's like, I'm having a party, bro.
Oh, the stuck-up girl. Yeah. This girl was like, oh, you so whack, girl.
She's like, nah, he's coming, she's coming. It was like, a foursome? No, it's going to be everybody. An orgy? I was like, girl. So that makes a lot of sense,
She's asking the right questions.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was hilarious. And it was just nice. It was really, guys, I highly recommend it. I know we talked about it along the way, like a little bit of the time, but genuinely give the show a try. Yeah. It'll warm your heart.
10s. Another 10 across the board.
10s.
Two 10s in a row that she's talking about.
All
right, what's next up on your list?
No, hold up. Last thing. The only thing I can ever say that like was missing, I was really hoping the stuck-up girl and Ichigami got together.
It was in the back of my head, but I just wanted to let it go.
That's the
I was
only
waiting
thing.
for it. I was like, I feel like you guys are teasing me about it.
Yes! They teased it so long.
And like, you know what? Give me a sequel.
I just want...
Give me a side story.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Please.
I'll take it.
Give me an OVA.
Like,
I need these two that hate each other. I need them to get together.
Especially because like Danny did go into it, but like watching Ishigami's character also develop through the whole series. Like, Chica's Chica, right? Chica's the GOAT, right? Chica didn't need no development.
Yeah.
But watching him go from being like, I don't fuck with nobody for real.
Yeah.
To being like, oh,
I can see people's
these are my
faces.
friends.
I have friends. They care about me. It's not, oh my God, that was beautiful. Also made me tear up. Just what that whole scene that Danny's described as seeing like his eyes open up and he really see everybody's
Nigga said,
faces.
I thought the animation budget went down. They don't got money for faces this episode. And it be happening because it be shows where they don't draw the background characters' faces
at all. Mm-mm. That was the only thing I could have that I could have been asked more for. That's it. Okay, going down. Let's see what else. Kingdom Hearts. I've been playing.
Guys, Kimmy is. This is the last hurrah.
Yeah,
you started Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3, baby. We in here.
I need to hear like how you feeling about you did your one stream. So she's only one stream in. So by the time this comes out, the second stream will had been the day before because this will come out Wednesday, and that stream is you streaming on Tuesdays now. Before I ask you about the journey for everything else that you did, that first stream of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wow. We're getting the gang back together, guys.
That time difference, brother.
Oh
Because
my God.
seeing you got to play all those games in a row, but like being like, okay, you were playing Game Boy. You was playing 3D.
Yeah.
You was playing 3DS games.
Yeah.
Right. And then like
the quality increase.
the birth by fragmentary passage. Birth by, you see these names is bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
These names are bullshit. That was like in 2015, 2017. It came out before that one. So seeing that go all the way to a PS4.
Seeing from Kingdom Hearts 1, when did that even come out?
The first one?
Yeah.
2002.
Oh my God. So literally 2002 to
2017.
2017, the quality difference was insane. I was like, oh my God, look, I can see the details on Riku's glove.
Why can I see his sweat?
I was like, I can literally see his skin. Oh my God, the details on his skin, his eyes. Oh my God, it was crazy. It was actually crazy.
Are you feeling nostalgic a little bit for the older?
I am. Well, actually,
even though you didn't play it, but like you got like kind of, it's all in the same bucket. But you kind of be like, damn, I kind of missed the old a little bit. Even though you maybe not far on 3 yet.
I feel like I don't necessarily miss the old, but it's beautiful and pulling at my heartstrings to see how they've all grown.
Yeah,
it feels so nice because I'm like I saw Sora as like, you know, the little kid, the baby, and now he just seeing his journey, how he's grown up and now he's older. And same with Riku and Kairi, and I know they go back and forth between the games of like whether it's the young version or the old version, but like seeing the older version, I'm like, my son grew up.
This nigga grew up, boy.
Like, boy.
What do you think about the gameplay in 3 so far?
Interesting. So they're adding. So it's nice, you know. We have the original trio back together: Sora, Donald, Goofy. Crazy.
What? See, you could have said Sora, Goofy, Donald, and you chose not to.
I didn't. Yeah, because I say it all the time.
Why it can't be Goofy? Why Goofy can't be first?
I know. Oh my God! Every 2 seconds, Sora, Donald, Goofy. Hi. But it's nice to get them back together because we were playing 2 or 3 games without
they
without
weren't in
them
Dream Drop Distance. They weren't in 0.2, and then
weren't in Birth by Sleep, obviously.
Yeah, you haven't had those 3 the fucking minute.
I haven't. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had Donald and Goofy help out, but now I'm like, all right, now Donald,
heal me, brother.
You really gotta heal me, bro, guy. I was like, I had no healing magic, no nothing. I was like, damn, I'm back to relying on these assholes. Fuck! I might be cooked here, guys, but I went through the whole like first section of the game and I didn't die, so it was wonderful.
I saw when it opened up, you were like, Mount Olympus again, bro?
Yo, I was so pissed.
You was like, if I have to go to the Coliseum,
I was my God.
Listen, it's facts, right? Every Kingdom Hearts fan knows it. Why is the Coliseum in every game?
Every single game, bro.
I get it. You want a training studio thing or whatever, just to grind maybe, but like
the learning.
When I first played the game, when I first played 3, because I beat it in one weekend, right? I hibernated, I beat it.
Of course, as you do.
That's why I don't play games like that, because like if I do,
you've never seen Cory.
You're not gonna see me for at least 2 days. So when it opened with like actually traversing Olympus, I was like, oh, we got money.
Yeah, I know. Also, seeing the high budget, seeing Hercules and high quality, I was like seeing Mega on high quality. Oh my God. No, the second they were like, oh, you know where we're going? I was like, no. Again? With the Hercules?
Freebie!
I was so over it. I was like, nah, man.
What do you think about the combat so far?
Very interesting. It's back, same regular kind of things. Like I said, I'm still early in the stages. I only played 1 stream, guys. But I'm interested to see how I see now that they are combining a lot of the powers of what we've learned so far. So, but one new aspect is that now we can swap out keyblades, and each keyblade has an individual power. So it's not just like a little aesthetic that like, oh, the hearts and diamonds pop out when you're using the Alice in Wonderland
like
key.
they do something now.
Yeah,
finally.
they
like,
actually do something. Which
like they
is
had
crazy.
little buffs before, like it would be like, oh, a little bit more HP, your attack is more. But now you kind of like it feels like it's a difference between using the keyblade.
Yeah, now there's actually something different,
Yeah.
which
And
is
for context, guys. She's just now got to Twilight Town.
yes. So I've only just gotten to the second stage. So interesting.
What do you think about the attractions?
What do you mean?
The attractions. That's the name of the mechanic. They call it the attractions.
I don't know what you mean.
Pew 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 pew. Roller coaster.
The roll. Oh yes. Oh my god, that was crazy.
Yeah. They're they're trying to promote Disney rides.
Yeah, they're all
essentially.
Disney rides. Yeah, the first one I was like, huh. I was like, oh, pirate ship. I was like, it's kind of, and seeing it rocking back and forth. And in my head,
I've been on that before.
I was like, yeah, it's kind of like a Disney ride. I didn't think too much on it. But the second one came out, the bumper cars where he puts on the glasses and he shoots like he's at a Buzz Lightyear's world. I was like, oh nah, this is for real.
Yeah.
They're going off.
Then you get the teacups.
Yeah,
and then
the teacup. Yeah,
you
the
get the
teacup.
train, and then you get
Yeah, the teacup was first. Actually, you're right. That one, I was like, oh my gosh, this was wild. I was like, where the hell did that come from? I was like, the teacups like in Disney World? Yeah, wild.
Some of the critiques people have about the attractions, they feel so. Some people will play without trying to use them because they are just. I think we've told you before, so you're here now. 3 is the easiest game. And I don't know if you feel that already, kind of like in this first world. Like, you breeze through the shit, bro. Like, I don't even think you died.
I didn't. No, I didn't
You know
die
what
at
I
all.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's not no disrespect. It's not because you're not nice, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it's like,
No, lots of people have told me that.
it's just like, because the attractions also heal you. Like your health bar goes back up after you use them. So it's like you're just
chilling.
You just enjoy the ride. You know what I mean?
I am. I'm enjoying
no
the
pun
ride.
intended on the attraction part.
But I was like, hey, maybe you should have told me to go on critical mode or proud mode.
Nah,
or some
I'm
crazy
not gonna
shit.
do that to you, bro. Nah, because then you're gonna be pissed.
I was.
And
would've
there's no
been
going
so
back
pissed.
after that.
Yeah,
There's no going back.
I would have been so pissed.
That's something for your own time.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, I see how you curse.
Yeah.
She cursed real good, guys.
But yeah, absolutely having a great time with it. Really great different dynamics I wasn't expecting. I love that they added that I can break. I feel like Link from Legend of Zelda because I can break all the pots and all the things on the sides, and I'm like, look what I'm getting out of this, guys. This is great. I don't know, it's just fun little silly things, so I'm enjoying it.
I guess now, like, you've played so many games, right? You had this little the back cover story, right? It's like the 1 hour movie. What'd you think about that?
That was okay. So watching the back cover story really seemed like it came out of left field, and I still, like I said, I only am one bit into Kingdom Hearts 3, so I still don't have.
Also, it's okay. Give yourself grace. It's one thing we know as Kingdom Hearts fans. It's the most convoluted thing ever, and none of us know what's going on most of the part. Besides super go hards. There's super go hards, but the average fan don't. We just here.
Okay. It makes me feel a lot better, actually.
Don't ever feel bad for being like, what's that person's name again?
All right, because I'm like, I generally don't know how this ties into the story just yet. Obviously, we're going to get there eventually.
I have to watch a YouTube video to refresh myself all the time.
Okay.
So,
because I was like, during the stream, I was like, okay, remind me again. Roxas is freaking is Sora's nobody, but I was like, but Ventus exists, so why is Roxas not Ventus's nobody?
And then there's Terranort, but then there's Xehanort, but then there's Terra.
That I understand. I was like, he took over his body.
Okay.
Cool, that's fine. But I was like, I could not remember. I was like, guys, remind me again. And thank God for Scarlet Rain, I believe, is the username. Always fantastic and goated. And they're like, well, it was what? Do you remember the full explanation?
No.
Okay, it was based. I think it was something like,
oh, fuck! It's so. Guys, if you're not a Kingdom Hearts fan, it's gonna sound like I'm talking gibberish, right?
Yeah.
So when they in Birth by Sleep, right? When Aqua and all of them ran into like the younger versions of Sora and Riku.
Yes.
What happened is that Ventus, to make sure. And I was trying to make sure I don't say Vanitas either.
Yeah.
Ventus's heart combined with Sora's when he was a kid. Thus, what gave Sora the ability to also use a Keyblade when he got older, right? So that whole time, that's where his heart's been, because from what we know, Ventus is just over here like in a chair somewhere, right? That's why Aqua's like, we got
passed out somewhere, yeah.
So then,
okay, so it combined when he was a kid,
right?
Gotcha.
So that's what happened there. But then in Kingdom Hearts 1, remember when Sora turned into a Heartless, the little ugly thing? When that happened, it then re-split them up and then created
a nobody.
Created a nobody, which is Roxas.
Yes.
Right. And then it also, I think because Kyrie was also in there too. So then they created fucking Nominee.
Yes.
And Shion, I think, or whatever.
Yes.
It's so ridiculous, bro. So that's why Roxas exists. Roxas exists because that was made because Sora did that shit to himself. So that's why Roxas exists.
Okay. So that's the first part I didn't know. I was like, how did they combine hearts in the first place was my question. Okay. So it was since he was a kid, he ran into him, combined hearts, some God knows what reason.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Because that's why I was just like, again, I don't understand. Why do they look the same though? Okay.
Not understanding is part of the journey.
Okay. So. I'm growing as a fan, guys. Kingdom Hearts, here we go.
Yeah. But yeah, what did you think about the back cover story overall?
It was wild. And I still think I'm a little bit unsatisfied because this whole time, so these guys in Hood, there's like what, 5 of them? 5 guys in Hood, 7?
I didn't watch you watch it, and I haven't seen it in years. So
okay,
you're going to be more fresh than me about it.
Okay, so there's so for those of you guys who don't know, in the Kingdom Hearts series, there's this one random like 1-hour movie about like a side story, right? So there's like, I'm gonna say 7 people.
Yeah, I think it's 7 because like 7 deadly sins.
Oh, okay. So there's 7 people and they're all in hoods, and each hood has a different animal. There's the unicorn, there's the snake, there's the leopard, there's the fox, there's the bear. I think it's 5 actually.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah. So there's them, but then there's also one dude that was on the side. He didn't have an animal mask, and then there's the master.
Okay.
And
maybe that's why I got confused because there's 7 characters.
Yeah. That's what it was. And so the master's like, hey, I'm going to die someday. I need somebody to pick it up, and I'm going to tell you all your roles. And they're like, cool, great. And he's like, tells the one side dude, like, hey, you got to take this box. Don't look in the box, but take it to go. He said, all right, bet.
To get the goal.
Then the other 5, and he's like, hey, guys. So there's going to be a traitor. So you're the leader. All right, next one. You got to watch the leader and watch everybody else. There's a traitor. But don't tell nobody there's a traitor just yet. Take this page. Watch out. You'll find the traitor. Next one. Hey, the leader's going to be ass. And you're going to find out some crazy shit. So you got to be able to step it up when he like kicks the bucket or whatever. So be aware. And you, low-key, make a secret army. Like, keep a watch. Make a little secret army. Be ready. Because once the war hits, that's going to suck. Everybody's going to die. But we got to pick up the pieces. We got to make sure we Gucci, baby. And that's basically the movie. So half the movie, you're just like.
And the guys, like, the character's vibe is so much different than everybody else's, right? He's like he's like Gen Z.
Yo, it's like watching Deadpool. It's like watching Deadpool talk to a bunch of Disney characters, and they're all taking this so seriously. And he's like, hey, what's Gucci? Like.
Gen Z manager.
And they're like, yes, sir, what do you need? And he's like, I need you to kill yourself. JK! That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to die, not you. And they're like, what? And they're like, anyways, don't worry about that. Hey, this is what you got to do. So it's actually crazy, yeah, to see the vibe. I definitely think, obviously, it's one of the Organization 13 dudes. I think it's the one that we just saw with the stripes. The one with the long hair, the scar, and like the eye patch.
Oh,
yeah.
Zigbar.
Yeah, I think it's him because they had the same energy. And there wasn't really anybody else that really fit the bill there. So I was like, it's giving him.
Okay.
Maybe like a slightly younger version of him.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what's getting to me right now. So, but yeah, the whole time everyone's like, I'm literally playing Clue because they're like, hey, the first thing they start off with, there's a traitor. And they're like, how do you know? They're like, I know. There's a fucking traitor. And then you're trying to figure out, all right, who's the traitor? And I was like sitting there. I was like, okay. So I was like, clearly they think they think it's so obvious, and they're putting like the suspicion on the leopard guy. So I was like, it's not the leader, because the leader's too much of a narcissist to freaking, he wouldn't be the traitor if he's leading the team. That's his whole thing. So number 2 is like the bear is like, nah, the leader's kind of trash. We should form against him. And you think he's the traitor, but I was like, nah. He's still got a heart of gold. He thinks this is what he's supposed to be doing. He's not the traitor. Then you think it's the suspicious jaguar guy, but I was like, nah. They're pointing to it too obviously. Too obviously. The little girl, she's too busy clearly raising an army for some God knows what reason. I was like, if they were really goated, they would give the traitor to the little girl. But I was like, it's clearly got to go to like the goody two shoes, like sidekick snake girl. But I was like, oh, snake. She's the snake. They're going to give the traitor to the snake. Duh. But they didn't come out and actually say who the traitor is or end it at all. So I was like, so what's happening here? That's it? That's it? It just disappeared? And they're like, all right, anyways. I was like, what is this?
What the fuck was this for?
Yeah, it made no sense. They're like, anyways, Keyblade War.
Find out next time on.
Yeah.
That's the Kingdom Hearts story, girl.
That was wild. I was like, that's it. All right, here we are.
How are you feeling now that you're like, nearing the end? Is Kingdom Hearts now one of your faves franchises? Like, I don't know how you feeling so far.
I like it. I enjoy it. I feel like I can't really say it's a favorite of mine just yet. Okay. Like, I definitely like it. I feel like I'm not in a lot of franchises for video games. Like, some.
Soon, we're on the way.
I know. Yeah, we're getting there. But I was like, I definitely heavily enjoy it. I definitely like it enough to like, I want the merch and stuff now. I see it and I'm like,
easy. Girl, I have a tattoo, bro. Like,
I know. I saw it. I was looking at it today. I was like, I forgot you got that tattoo.
I forget I'd be having that tattoo. That's the thing. When you get too many tattoos, you start to forget what tattoos you have.
That's so funny.
So.
But I'm just like, I was seeing a couple wallets. I was seeing a couple keychains. I was seeing like, and box. Oh my God. Don't look at Box Lunch, man. That's where all the good merch is. Yeah. And I was sitting there. I was like, ugh, they have a really nice Roxas jersey. Ugh. They have a really nice Kingdom Hearts backpack. I was like, oh, crazy. But it's great. I generally enjoy it. It's been nice to be a part of, and it's really fun and new. Yeah. So it feels weird that we're coming closer to the end.
Listen, it's been a year and 4 months since you started Kingdom Hearts 1. And you'll probably be done with this in the next 2 months, right? Oh. And then that other game people were talking about is Melody of Memory. It's literally a rhythm game. Like this.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I gotta do this to you guys. You Kingdom Hearts fans sometimes just as annoying as One Piece fans.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like, guys, you don't need to play all the things or watch all the things with Kingdom Hearts, especially if you could just watch a YouTube video and look it up, right? Like that, like that Chain of Memories game is a card game.
Yeah,
right.
That's what everyone said. They were like,
I wouldn't put my worst enemy through that unless I know that that's the type of gamer you are. Like Danny. Danny is somebody who likes to like be miserable when playing his games, right? But if I know that you're gonna possibly have a bad time, but just make you go through it just because, it's just a movie for a reason.
There you go. There you go.
What I mean,
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see how you feel, and then you're gonna have to wait for Kingdom Hearts 4. Maybe when you're not playing anymore is when you'll probably start to like it more.
Maybe,
you know what I mean? Because then you're gonna start being like,
I can go back.
I know, but I mean, like you'll no longer have this obligation.
Now
all you can do is reminisce.
No,
and go back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I could be like, oh, damn, I kind of miss it. Let me go back and like maybe like do another round and like not have the pressure of like, people watching me and like take my time and doing all the silly shit.
Not have to talk.
Yeah, that's true. And just like sit there and lock in for a few hours. Ooh,
okay.
Dangerous.
What else you got?
And last but not least, guys, I don't know if you guys saw the Avatar: The Last Airbender new release trailer for the new generation. So it's been going on for years. They've been talking about...
What's it called? The Seven Kingdoms? No, not the Seven Kingdoms. Let me look it up. I haven't seen it, but Kimmy has watched it.
The Seven Havens.
I was so close.
You were, yeah.
So close.
So the Seven Havens official teaser has dropped. And not only that, but guys, this is the time now. Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie that was leaked, is officially coming into theaters. And it's only coming into limited theaters in New York. So if you guys want to support the Avatar franchise, like a lot of you said you would, even if you did. Some people were like, I'm not watching this movie unless it comes out in theaters. And now it is. So now you can go watch it. Please do. Please support them.
Well, one thing about the internet I realized, especially with the Odyssey, which I'll get into later, is the internet be capping. They talking all that riff-raff and rah-rah-rah. And y'all not going to really actually probably go support it. But the only thing is, it's in a small amount. So even with the small amount,
it's going to sell out.
It's going to sell out because there's no ass theaters.
Apparently they did add a lot more showtimes, because I know some of my friends were seeing it and they were like, oh my god, it immediately sold out. But then they're like, wait, they're adding showtimes as we speak, and they're like looking at it and getting more. So hopefully you guys are able to do that. I know they only put it up in theaters because they wanted to be able to count for a lot of awards and stuff. So I'm like, all right, fine. They were like, here, damn.
It really wasn't here, damn.
It really was, because it's definitely going to go on Paramount Plus, which is, totally great. Fine. Not everybody has that. So that's what's the second part. But what?
Free trial.
That's true. I mean, I have it because I have a friend that works there, but that's it.
I don't, but free trial. I'll figure it out. All right. Well, I haven't watched the trailer yet, so I
brought it up for you.
Oh, I didn't know if you actually brought
I
it.
had it up and ready.
I didn't know if it's you. Listen, bro, I know.
I was ready. All right, so we're going to watch and get Corey's live reaction to the new trailer. Obviously, we're not allowed to show this for reasons, but please feel free to look at the trailer during this time. And if you haven't already.
Why do you look like me?
So if you guys remember, earthbending. Next one.
Korra needs to be prepared, because long ago our ancestors weren't. And the Avatar let us down.
It's not too far off, but it's still...
Yeah, I can definitely tell it's different.
October 9th.
Humanity is not ready for the Avatar's return. And yet, it's the one thing this world needs the most.
Seven Havens. So they've been talking about having the Avatar and having a set of twins and all that. Yep. Dun dun dun.
I don't know what that is. So, like, I've seen some discourse around this show so far. First off, elephant in the room. So much Korra slander.
I know.
So much.
Disgusting.
I am a Korra defender to the day I die. Bless you.
Period. Me too.
And for some reason, whenever you defend Korra haters make it seem like you're shitting on Aang by just defending Korra.
Which makes no sense.
It's like, bro, I didn't say anything bad about Aang. I just said that we just saying that she just has dealt with a whole different set of struggles.
Exactly.
But Aang is my goat. I was like, oh, you
Which
act
is
like
fine.
Like
you can have two goats. It's the same life.
I feel like the most equivalent thing in regards to fan bases of like people who just want to hate on Korra, who dick ride Aang so hard, is the equivalent of Naruto fans. It's just like they just see themselves in this 12-year-old boy when they were a kid so bad.
Yes.
And just like, I overcame adversity. Like it's just so shonen for them. I think Aang's story arc is so shonen for them, and Korra's story arc is so unfamiliar to them. It's because it's not only dudes, right? I'm not saying it's like only dudes that shit on Korra, but it's like
but a majority of them, the ones that are being loud and annoying, they are men. And I think that's a big problem in media in general, is that so many men are like, oh, the trailer just started again? Okay.
Korra said, you talking shit about me?
Korra's like, what?
We only both looking around, was like, that ain't me, bro.
So creepy.
Danny, is that you?
Oh my god. Avatar was like, wait, we need the background music for this. But I was like, so many men just think that, oh, I can't relate to this because this is a woman, which is such a small-minded perspective. And it's wild because they will not open themselves up to seeing so much great media because they can't find a way to connect with the character. Bro, you don't need to like see yourself in every single character. Sometimes you can just see characters and the journey that they're on and just be like, wow, that was really cool.
It's just also appreciating a different perspective or a different lifestyle that you don't fully understand. I think what comes from it as this hetero man over here, right? Like when I see other guys talk about Korra, and I really, really appreciate the story, even when you try to call them out about it, like what they're doing, they'll deny it, right? Like, nah, that's not the point. Blah, blah. Like she's just a failure. Like who did she fight? Like think about all the ways she messed up. And it's like, sure, she had a lot of failures in her story, but that doesn't make the character bad. You know what I mean? One,
she overcame them.
She overcame them in her own ways. And also what makes her story so much more richer is that she is dealing with becoming an adult, essentially, right? Like she's a young woman going into like being into adulthood from like a teenager, dealing with emotional trauma with all of the different people in her life, right? Getting her ass whooped by so many different people.
PTSD, depression, the anxiety, like crazy amounts of stuff.
And I feel like people just make it so, it's so easy just to say, well, look, Aang created, what's the name of the city? Capital City, whatever the capital city is, right?
Republic City.
Republic City, right? Aang created Republic City. Look, he left everything better after, right? But like we all know how societies work in real life. Problems never end, right? Thus why Avatar cycles exist. So when, he created Republic City, which then led to another set of issues that Korra had to deal with. It is a never-ending cycle. It's not like Aang would have just lived forever and then it would have been fine. That's why they keep it keeps on happening. That's like calling every other Avatar a failure prior to Aang. And people love Kyoshi, right?
Yeah.
People even though she's crazy, she's a little crash out a little bit, but whatever. I love me some Kyoshi. Or you talk about Avatar Roku. Like they all have created some type of way in which they did succeed, but also created a new batch of problems happens every time. And
look at everyone was talking about how like the fact that Avatar Roku, like literally he was the one that caused the war because he didn't want to kill his side piece. That was literally it. He didn't want to kill his side piece. And his side piece ended up killing a whole nations. Yeah. It's fucking up the whole world. Like that's a huge failure.
And so like the slander coming in saying like the fact that it starts off in the trailer like saying like, and Korra did this, Avatar Korra, and now there's no more avatars in the lineage because they can't connect to it anymore because she did all this other stuff, which like
I think honestly,
sure, guys, like
I truly think that it was meant to be because you know how so many people have the theories of like, remember when Aang is looking at all the statues and there's only literally one space left? Like I think it was really meant to every 1,000 years that they reset. It just happened to be that time for Korra.
I think the writers did that trailer on purpose to bait them because from what I heard, they're just dropping both seasons at one time, right?
Are they?
Yeah, it's not this. They really seemingly don't know for sure, right? I don't want to get pow, but like they don't care that much about the IP. So that's why I think that date, I think it's all like both seasons are just drop. It's really here, damn, right? So just take these 2 seasons, and I feel like the writers in that for the trailer specifically are goading y'all into like really thinking that Korra is such the problem. I feel like if they're doing it on purpose to like whatever storyline they're gonna go through this is going to somehow be like,
actually she was right the whole time.
She actually did the right thing.
Yeah.
And this had to happen in this way. And these 2 Avatar twins had to go on this journey or whatever. But they're probably going to find a way to be like, this was actually the better decision in the end.
Yep.
But people are still not going to want to. I'm calling it now, right? If that is what happens, they're still not going to want to admit that. They're still going to be like, well,
they're just making up for it.
That's bullshit. They just trying to
make her sound better.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it, though.
I am. I'm looking forward to it. They've been in talks about doing that for literally years. I remember when Korra came out, they were talking about what the next one would be, and it was rumored for so long. They were like, oh, Avatar, twins that are in the Earth Kingdom. I was like, oh, wow, that sounds really cool. I literally remember talking about it in high school, and I was like, that'd be really cool. And so I'm glad to see it like come to fruition.
Shit. You made me think about how long ago Korra came out. That's
yeah,
why.
bro, Korra. And it was like, if you remember, they didn't even release the end of Korra on TV.
Oh,
They
yeah, I had
didn't
to watch
on-
it.
I had to watch that shit online, bro.
Yeah, that actually it was like just on the Nickelodeon website. Actually,
Yeah, they were
you
like,
could just
hey, we can't show this online.
Like,
I mean, on TV.
Like
right
Avatar
now.
really has been I hear damn for most of the time. Honestly, like Aang was the last you got, and then it's just been like. But that's just, a curse of what's going on with American animation, I think, overall. So.
Yeah, just the back and forth of everything. They said, we're making it gay, but unfortunately the higher up said not too gay.
Yeah, this is a little too gay. You know what I mean?
A little bit too much. You
this ain't
can't show
Interview
this
with
on
a Vampire.
TV.
Put this on AMC.
Wild.
Not the movie theaters.
Truly.
All right. You got anything else?
Nope, that's all of it from me. What
Well,
you
you did
got?
have Fishman Island.
Well, yeah, but we'll talk about that after. Tell me what you're talking.
All right. Well, mine's is just movies because I think we got to save a lot of stuff for when Danny's here. So I finally watched Avatar: The Way of Water
Oh,
and Avatar: Fire and Ash.
I have not seen them.
They were on Disney Plus, and I was like, you know what?
Are they really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been there. I think it's been there for a couple months now. I can't remember when I think Fire and Ash came out last year, and then Way of Water came out 2 years before that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't remember at this point.
I've only ever seen the first Avatar movie.
So I haven't seen the first Avatar movie since the first Avatar movie came out.
Me neither.
Right? And
Yeah.
I've never had interest
Yeah.
to watch it again. And even from what I remember from back then, it was cool.
Yeah.
I never was like, oh man, so good. I was like, yeah, it was all right.
I mean, I was sitting there. I was like, "Wow, this is beautiful, so good, 3D, everything." I was
Yeah,
just
back
like,
then,
wow.
yeah. So it's like
But that
I
was it.
remember that, but I was never. And I'm not even about to even go rehash all the. It's Pocahontas. It's all this stuff is rehashing all the things. Like you could do this for any story, right? Like it's still cool that bro is essentially creating his own world, and that's a nice thing to see in a world where it's just a bunch of movies or reboots and rehashes of
Something
ideas. So
different.
this is still
Little
an original
remix.
idea, even though it's still using some other story lines from other things or whatever in its own way. Way of Water, I am so glad I did not go to the movie theater to see this. Now, I'm not going to call the movie ass,
Okay.
right? It took me like four watches to get through this because
How long is
both
the
these
movie?
movies is long as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I remember they were long.
It's like first one like the second one's like I want to say 3 hours and
3
like 10 minutes or
hours.
maybe, and then the second one is the third movie is like 2 hours and 50 minutes or whatever.
So they're both essentially 3
so they both
hours.
long, and it took me 3 days to watch both movies.
Ooh.
So like I had to take breaks. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop right here. And I'm gonna come back to it. I was like, all right, because I'm either falling asleep or I'm
Damn.
starting to get disinterested.
Yeah.
And I want, how I watch stuff. I can't just like passively.
Yeah, no.
I
It's
want
all
to.
or
I want to
nothing.
give it. I want to give it my all. Right.
Yes.
So therefore, I can talk shit right now in confidence.
Yes.
This movie could have been an hour and a half.
Oof.
It could have been 2 hours long. It's just one big flex, like a jerk off of like visual spectacle.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a beautiful world. I understand people like, oh man, he created Pandora. It looks great. Man, there's just so much water in the Way of Water. Oh my God. I feel like I was playing Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, the amount of water in this bitch. I was just like, what are we doing? And then I because I haven't seen the first one in so long, after a while I had to sit here and be like, because you're just seeing blue people all the time. It's barely any humans, and you're just like, okay, I need to treat this movie like an animated movie and not a movie, right? I think I had to readjust how I was watching it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was like, let's just call this a higher definition Pixar movie at this point.
Okay.
Or DreamWorks or whatever you want to call it, right? So like that was like jarring after a while because like you're like kind of thinking like, okay, is he trying to make them seem realistic to like humans? But then he's like, this too. It's like watching really strong video game cutscenes, really, really good ones. The movie took really long to get its plot going. As Sully and his family and everything they have going on, like it's fine. I think what I didn't like about this is for both movies. The movie is driven by the kids just keep on making dumb decisions. Just dumbass kids
I hate
doing
that.
dumbass shit, and we have to suffer the consequences because these dumbass kids don't fucking listen.
I hate that.
And
it happens again and again?
yeah, multiple times in both movies.
Nah.
like the
I
whole
can't.
plot is only really happening because these fucking kids don't fucking listen. And yes, colonizers are gonna colonize.
I hate that. Like, okay, once, all right, fine. But like, if it keeps repeating, bro, I'm over it.
In The Way of Water, it was like 4 or 5 times. And I'm sitting here like, is this kid ever going to learn his fucking lesson?
That's crazy.
And do you care if I even spoil?
No. I'll probably forget it by the time.
Like the main character, Jake Sully, who's a human that decides to be like, I'm going to be
a blue person.
A blue person. Oh, God. The fact, a Navi. There we go. That's their names,
okay.
right? I'm going to, have a family now with the wife now. I can't remember the wife's name.
Zoe Saldana's character.
Yeah. And they have 2 girls, 2 boys. But one of the boys is just a fucking knucklehead. And the oldest boy is the one that's just like trying to like keep shit together. But like.
It's always the knucklehead.
The other boy is just don't fucking listen. And it took until the end of the movie when the older brother dies because the fucking knucklehead kid, because he just would never fucking listen, bro. Like every time I'm sitting here watching, I'm like, the plot is literally only happening because he didn't listen right now.
That's annoying to me. That would frustrate me so much.
So that's why I had to keep taking breaks. I was like, I was getting dragged out by it. You know what I mean? And them trying to just show the culture of it, which is like dope to see. I'm not saying like a movie shouldn't try to show the culture, but
it was a little bit too much.
It's too much. You know what I mean? I would have watched. I could watch One Piece for all that. You know what I mean? I could watch Skypiea. I don't gotta do this right now. I can do this right now.
Dead.
It really is just one long ass Skypiea. So it really is actually. Now that I think about it longer. Anyways.
So what about the next movie?
I'll rate Way of Water. The villain is also the same villain from the first movie. They keep on,
Repetitive.
like it's the colonizers, but like the same dude, the army dude.
He just wants to come back.
They find a way to bring his nigga back. Like what they did was they said, actually, we saved his memories and all of that stuff before he died in the first one.
What?
And we decided to input all his memories before that moment that he died. So he technically doesn't die into this clone Navi body that we made specifically just for him. So now he's just a Navi. But he also has a son that's basically Tarzan at this point, living amongst the Navi.
What the fuck?
But he doesn't have a relationship with his son. His son lives with Jake Sully's family, but he's human.
Okay.
That's why I say he's Tarzan, because he's just like living amongst.
Okay.
But like he's just still, he's like, you're just like, why do you hate Jake Sully? The whole movie's like, I'm gonna get my lick, I'm gonna kill Jake Sully because we gotta get him because he's a traitor. And he's like so gung ho wanting to get him the whole movie. I'm like, you have a hard on for this dude.
Yeah.
And like he didn't really do nothing to you like that, bro. Like
he's
this is more than just a mission for the government for you.
Yeah, nah, it's personal now.
So that's everything of The Way of Water.
Sounds like
I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say it's trash. It's just like, damn, bro, it just didn't need to be 3 hours. Now, Fire and Ash, kind of the same thing again.
Oh God.
What's more interesting about this one is that there's less build up in this one, because like,
so it just goes straight to the action.
It kind of just gets straight into the shits, but it is doing the same things that we were doing. Like the fights were happening the same way, or the conflict was happening so the kids weren't listening again. Was it the same bad guy again? Then learns lesson, come back.
That's actually having the same villain for 3 movies
But then
straight.
he finds another tribe on that planet of different Navis who are crash outs who like to use fire bows, Fire and Ash. And he ends up fucking the tribe leader, this girl, the woman who's like a crash out. So like that becomes his baby girl.
Oh my!
So like he corrupts them, and it's like, we could just work together or whatever. And you could just like, so then like now they're giving them guns and flamethrowers and stuff like that, like to help them go against the other Navis and the other, like, so like that's basically just how that happens, right? And the same kind of conflict happens again. Oh, this is why this is what was annoying. The whole movie, the human kid in the first and the second movie hated his dad, right? Which is the colonel dude that was reincarnated, right? Because he didn't raise him or anything like that. He doesn't even know him. He just knows he ain't shit.
Yeah.
The movie ends. The dude was about to die. He was drowning and everything. Kid saves him. Doesn't tell nobody he saved him from drowning.
What the fuck?
After he saved like Sully, the main character, he decides to save him because he's like, wow, like that's technically my dad. Thus, letting him be able to come back to the next movie.
That is
learns nothing.
Stupid. No, I'd be so frustrated. Now, okay, At least you saved me my time and effort because I was like, I will watch these eventually.
Nah, bro. I'll save you. Don't.
Exactly.
Watch a YouTube video.
Watch a YouTube
Watch
video.
a YouTube video and then watch the fourth movie when it comes out.
I feel like if I was like into drugs and I would like shrooms and stuff, I'd be nice to put it on.
Spectacle.
Watch exactly. Watch the light show.
Yeah.
And that's all. And I'd be like, wow. But
Nah,
like,
it ain't worth it. Like Fire and Ash, I thought was. It's still Fire and Ash is also a 7 out of 10. But because there's no half-seas, it's a better 7 out of 10 than Way of Water. Like, I was just like, at least there's more things happening more often. And I like that there's another tribe that's like a whole, like, that's a bunch of crash outs of Navis that are like kind of doesn't give a fuck about the other. It just shows that like everybody on this planet, just like on this planet, is not just like all hunky-dory.
Yeah.
Some people just don't fuck with other people, right? So like that was cool about it.
What they should have done, I feel like, just hearing from your description, is they could have used that as a plot point for the second one, and then the third one brought back the Colonel. You know what I mean? Somehow.
They just want the Colonel in every one.
But that's weird.
Because what the second one spends time doing is before we're just seeing a bunch of tree people, right? But then, I mean, the first one, the first one's just tree people. Then the second one, we're like, oh shit, the government's coming back again. I need to take my family away from the trees into the water. And then I get introduced to the water tribe. It's basically like Avatar, right?
Yeah, literally.
Right?
The
so
water
like,
tribe.
You gotta go to the water tribe type of people. And then you learn about their culture and stuff
and
like
then
that.
the fire tribe.
And then they still looking for them. And then they end up finding out there with the water tribe. And then, chaos ensues. And then big battle, blah, blah, blah. And then we get to the third movie. And then we find out like, oh, no, they're still coming after us again. We actually need to try to get away from the water tribe and try to go somewhere else. And then while we try to get away, the fire tribe just is actually crashed out on us in the middle of our transport, and a lot of us is like getting hurt or whatever, but like nobody's like dying or whatever. And then we also have this one girl who might be the Avatar, actually the real Avatar, because she has these powers, the daughter, to just talk to the grandmother, the person who's like connected to like all the things. And
wow.
And she even gave the human boy the actual ability to breathe on the planet, because humans can't breathe on this planet because there's too much carbon or whatever.
Oh wow.
So like she found a way when he was like dying to revive him, and now he can breathe the air. And now the humans in the third movie are like, we got to get that boy. He knows he can breathe air. We got to figure out how he can breathe air so that we can breathe the air.
That's crazy.
So like they spend the movie trying to get the boy, but also they still want to kill Jake Sully for what he did in the first movie, and they still want to colonize the planet. It's like a vicious cycle, and I'm just like,
I'm over it.
I'm over it. Am I going to watch the next one when it comes out? I'm in too deep.
You are.
I'm in too deep now. I spent
now you gotta
6
know
hours.
how it ends. You
I
gotta see it through, my boy.
I gotta see it through, bro. So they're both 7 out of 10s. I can't recommend them, but at least I can say I finally watched them because it felt like it was something that was lingering over me. And I'm sure that it's probably a much better movie going experience.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. In the actual big theaters, you have the glasses on. It's the fun of it.
Yeah, well, I don't even think they do glasses no more for 3D, right? Did I make that up?
No, I think they
can't
do.
remember the last time I went to a 3D
yeah, they do.
movie.
They do.
Oh, I thought they found a way to just
They
maybe
still do.
like a 3DS or something. No. All right, well, that's Avatars, both of them, The Way of Water and Fire and Ash.
And what else?
Next movie I watch, Obsession.
Oh, I want to watch it so bad. Don't spoil, please.
Okay. For real,
I am.
watch it.
I am. No, for real.
Because it's not scary.
I know.
It's not scary.
Okay.
I chuckled a lot. And without saying too much, because I also don't want to get canceled, because I see the discourse about this movie get a lot of people and a lot of hot water. And it's not like I'm saying I'm gonna have some of those crazy opinions, but as I always say when talking about other media, I feel for both characters and I see both sides. And nobody, yes, one dude you could say is the villain. She's not the villain, I'll say. But I feel bad for both parties because it was just such an it was just an unfortunate circumstance. You know what I mean? That happened.
I know nothing about what the movie's about. Nothing. I just know it's two characters, the guy and the girl.
The acting is so good. The girl. Let me give her flowers first of all.
Yeah, find out what her name is.
Cause like, I might have a new, no pun intended, obsession, like a crush. Like, yo, she's bad, right? At least I think she's bad. Like, is like a baddie, right?
I've only seen her in like brief pictures.
But I've seen like
the movie.
But then I started seeing like her interviews and stuff like that.
And you're like,
she's a nerd too, bro.
Is she?
Like she be like streaming like gaming and shit like that. Like she's about that life.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Like she's a geek. Like somebody asked her favorite movies and she was like, probably Sinners, Shrek 2. But like I was like, oh yeah.
Bangers.
Like,
okay, so her name is Inde
Navarrette.
Navarrette.
I think she might be Latina. I'm not sure.
Roles in 13 Reasons Why and Superman and Lois.
She was in 13 Reasons Why. I haven't seen 13 Reasons Why in so long. She's in Superman and Lois too?
She plays Call of Duty. Yeah, apparently, yeah. She was... She played Estela de la Cruz in 13 Reasons Why and Sarah Cushing in Superman and Lois in 2021 to 2024. She appeared in Trap House. She streams on Twitch. She plays Call of Duty and The Last of Us primarily. Okay. Nice.
Let me show you one of her little TikToks. Because like I was like, fuck, I got a crush on this girl.
New celebrity crush.
I'm like,
we love
you know
to
what
see
it is?
it.
I know she got a man, but like she don't look so crazy looking that like I don't think I don't got shot.
There you go. She's cute. Hey. You're gonna hate me for something I'm gonna say.
Oh, God, what are you gonna say? I don't know. You better not on camera. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. Don't say it. Nope. Nope. Fine, I'll edit it out. What you gonna say? Go ahead.
She kind of looks like your ex.
I knew you was gonna say it, bitch. I knew it. I was like, as soon as I saw your face, I was like,
Cory has a type. He doesn't. He has a wide range. He does have a wide range type, but
But you did. She said, but I did see a pattern.
But I did see a pattern.
I was like, what are you gonna say? And I thought about it. I was like, fuck. Anyways.
Me too.
Anyways.
She's cute.
I think she's really, really cute.
She's really
I like
cute.
her personality from what I've seen. But like in the movie, for her like not being like a big name actor in any type of way, like the range that she had to have in this movie for how she had to portray her character, phenomenal, bro. Like top notch. Like she really killed it.
I heard it was
and like the guy who plays Bear, like he also did a great job too. But like what she did, like just the immediate way she had to really switch tones based on like what's happening in the movie. I'm like, I don't see any world where that's any easy feat. Not saying I know how to act or anything like that, but like that's not. It was a really original premise, I think, what made it cool about the movie. And like,
okay, I'm excited. I want to watch it. Hopefully this week. Actually, I was planning on watching.
It's on Peacock, so get the free trial.
Oh, I have Peacock. Is it on Peacock already?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It just went up because the movie's been out for a while, but like I think everybody's talking about it again now because it's coming on streaming now.
Okay.
Totally recommend it. It's the like minimal amount of blood, bro. It's not.
What would you rate it out of 10?
9.
Solid.
It's a really good movie.
Everybody's been telling me to
and
watch.
like you're gonna have a couple good laughs too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I figured it's kind of like Sinners level of scary, quote unquote.
Not even.
Okay.
Sinners is a little bit more scary.
Really? Okay.
This is just more like
thriller.
What the fuck is happening? Like this is gonna be moments you like, what?
Okay.
Like I chuckled a lot.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good. I'm in there.
All right. And last thing on my list. As Nolan intended, I saw the Odyssey, guys.
Did it really come out like yesterday?
Odyssey?
Yeah.
The Odyssey came out last week.
Oh.
Last Thursday. I was late to the party.
I thought it was coming out this weekend.
Nah, girl, late to the party. It's just that niggas can't get tickets like that, bro. It's just hard.
Oh, yeah, because everyone's trying to see the 70 millimeter.
It's either you trying to see 70 millimeter IMAX or IMAX.
Yeah.
Right. I 70 millimeter IMAX is sold out until like mid-August at this point. Right. I didn't buy a ticket till this Monday. and I took off from work.
Did you see it in 70 millimeter?
No, because that's sold out until. So I just had to settle for a 10 a.m. showing in regular IMAX.
Yep.
Right.
That's probably what I'm.
Which was like, if you see it at this point, if you can't see it in at least IMAX, just don't even go. In my opinion, I'm just gonna be a snob about it. Unless
no. I saw the difference. Someone showed like the two views.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
Yeah,
that's so messed up.
And I mean, I don't think it's messed up because like that's just what I'm thinking about. A creator, like a creator's vision, right? If that's how he wanted to shoot, like the film that he wanted to shoot on, then it's like, who am I to be like, this was your vision. This is like how you wanted to shoot it. So yeah, you can still. There's nobody stopping you from like watching the movie. You can still watch it in regular.
Yeah, but it's not how he intended to watch.
As Nolan intended, and therefore if you want to see it, you can still watch. Nobody stopping you from watching the movie, though. You know what I mean? There's still 3 different formats. You can still watch it. You just can't
but it's
watch
just
it.
not the same way that he wanted, and I want to see how his vision was meant.
And that's what I gotta respect. You know what I mean? As somebody who's barely a creative, I'm like, you know what, bro? Especially the amount of work that goes into doing 70 millimeter IMAX. Like I had to do research to be like, what is the big deal?
What is it?
You know what I mean? Like,
tell us.
So I'm gonna try my best, while also like I'm gonna let you guys know I edit, but don't edit like that. You know what I mean? So the way that 70 millimeter film works is different than regular film already because of its shape,
the landscape,
the shape, right? So it's like, so one is like the 70 millimeter is like a lot more square shaped or whatever, and it has 15 perforations per like shit. What's the word I want to use? I don't know, bro. You have to refill you have to change the film every 2 minutes when you're shooting with the 70 millimeter IMAX versus like a regular one has 4 perforations, so it doesn't use as much film when you're going through each frame. There we go. It has 15 perforations per frame.
Okay.
When you do 70 millimeter IMAX versus usually they only have 4. So when you're going through, you're basically getting a more detailed shot because it's 15 per frame, but it's using more film because of the shape and everything like that.
Okay.
So you're changing out film every like damn near 2 to 3 minutes versus like you can use longer, right? For a regular one, but it just doesn't capture as much. So you're doing way more work shooting it. It's much more difficult. But it's just much more detailed. And then in 70 millimeter IMAX, when they do show it, there's only like 50 of them in the world, and we have like 30 in the US, I believe, and we only have 1 in New York City, which is Lincoln Square.
Yeah.
And the difference between watching that in 70 millimeter IMAX and regular IMAX is in IMAX, it's only slightly cut off, not as much cut off as watching it as regular, but we're watching a digital showing of the movie versus like they actually have the film and they're rolling the film into 70 millimeter theater. So it's like it really is as Nolan intended. You know what I mean? Like that's just that's what he wants to do. So with the visuals and everything like that, it's
we know it's gonna already hit a billy.
Yeah, it already made its money back in regards to its production. I believe like the first weekend, and then also, I mean, a bunch of nonsensical fake drama that people make up on the internet going into it. People were like, oh, but like there's black people in it or whatever. Like I'm like, guys, you do know that one, this is not a real story. It's not a true story.
And black people existed, guys.
I mean, it's like also nobody in the movie's Greek.
Yeah.
Right?
They would have been speaking Greek.
They would have been speaking Greek. People were mad that everybody had their American accents. And I'm like, but nobody has a Greek accent. Was you going to watch it if everybody had a Greek accent? Matt Damon's not fucking Greek. Neither is Anne Hathaway. So what are y'all bitching about? And there's other renditions of the Odyssey that's not whatever, right?
Actually, fun fact, guys. Someone reminded me about this that like unlocked memory since I was a child. If you guys can't actually watch the regular Odyssey, there's an episode of Arthur where DW does a whole retelling of the Odyssey, which is actually hilarious. Yeah. And I completely forgot it was a thing. And I was like, someone was like, we got the Odyssey at home, and they showed all the pictures. I was like, oh my God, this was one of my favorite episodes. And I don't remember anything that happened. I just remember seeing like the pictures and all that. So I don't remember the actual story. So I'm still coming in there with a fresh mind.
What I think is fascinating is that I think there's so many people that's in the same boat as you that like they don't remember the sequence of events of the Odyssey, but you know basically everything that happens in the Odyssey trope wise, I believe. You know what I mean? Or different renditions of people who have done it or told it in different ways. One, because it's so fucking old, right? But we've always seen segmented things about it or seen different parts of the story in other media, whether it be the sirens or like the Cyclops or Medusa.
Cyclops, Medusa,
the Trojan
Horse.
War, the Trojan Horse thing. Like we know you do. Like we all, everybody knows the Odyssey, but don't realize they know the Odyssey.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
They didn't know where these tropes came from.
So like I, as somebody who didn't read, right?
I never read the Odyssey.
In ninth grade, my English teacher took when we got to the Odyssey very seriously. So
you guys actually had to read it.
Like, well, yeah, we had to read it, but like I didn't read it. I just paid attention.
I know because you don't read.
Yeah, it was part of our reading material, right? I think we also
would have assigned
I think
it
we
to me.
also
I
did the
loved to
Iliad
read
too. The Iliad or whatever. I think we had that too, but I can't remember.
Iliad
I don't remember
Odyssey.
that much.
I remember people talking about that.
Yeah, I don't remember as much as the Odyssey, but like she took the Odyssey very seriously. So like she spent a lot of time in class, from what I can remember, in ye olden 2005. And I'm good at paying attention in class at least. You know what I mean? So like that, all of that stuck in my head from then. So like I was like excited to go see it or whatever. The movie, no notes, 10 out of 10. I do think that there's going to be people walking out of the Odyssey wanting to hate on the Odyssey. Just because I feel like
there's shits and gigs.
I think there's just people that just want to be contrarians.
Of course.
You know what I mean? They're going to be like, well, you know,
it wasn't that great.
It wasn't all that.
Christopher Nolan.
Did it really need to be in IMAX? I could have saw this regular.
Yeah.
All this hype. Oh, God. Why are there so many actors, so many big names? It really took me out. Why is Travis Scott in this? I'm like, Travis Scott didn't even do nothing in the movie enough, bro, that it's even worth your time, right? I think what's great about the Odyssey movie, and shout out to Christopher Nolan for this, honestly, is he truly created a moment, right? And we haven't had a moment since Barbenheimer or whatever, right? Which he also made Oppenheimer too, right? So it's kind of funny that he created another one. But like this alone, creating a big movie going experience, I haven't enjoyed a movie this much in the theater in years.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I honestly, yeah, it's a 2 hour, 50-minute movie, 3 hour movie.
But it doesn't feel like that, right?
I could have gone for another 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I took like one bathroom break, but I was all right. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good showing, but like, I think what is strong about the movie is it's such a long story. You know what I mean? Like, even when he was adapting it, I was like, how are you going to do that? It's a lot of information. You know what I mean? But this is basically Spark Notes. Oh. Like, this is like, bro is jumping to the shits.
Okay.
Like he's just getting straight to the main points, and he's found his own way to kind of adapt how the story is told in retrospect. I'm not going to say too much because I do want to like let you kind of enjoy it how you want to enjoy it. But he doesn't. He's not telling it the same exact way it's written in the poems in the Odyssey or whatever. But like he finds his own way to adapt it. But it just main beats, and I could have gone for a little bit more time to have some dialogue or things like that slow it down a little bit. Not saying the movie's super fast paced, but I do feel like there's gonna be people that go watch this who aren't movie geeks or movie buffs in any type of way. I'm not saying that we're movie buffs either, but they're gonna see all the hype from word of mouth of people glazing the movie and probably think that they're walking into like 300. Yeah, I think something that's like bombastic and super entertaining the whole time. Yeah, where like this is a movie that's it's entertaining the whole time, but it's also taking its time, and you also are like you have to appreciate the aesthetics of also knowing that bro is like also not really that much CGI in this movie. Yeah,
I heard a lot of it was just like makeup and actual sets,
practical and shit like that, camera angles. So like, I think people are gonna go into this probably thinking it's gonna be a banger that don't watch a lot of movies and be like, this shit was boring as hell. And I think that
you don't know ball.
Yeah, I think you should go into it just for the experience. You know what I mean? And the spectacle.
No expectations. Just go.
But just, I think everybody did a good job. Matt Damon did his thing. Zendaya's character, I could have played Zendaya's character. I'm not gonna lie. The amount of times I shake my head at people, I could
Isn't
have.
she Athena?
Yeah,
Okay.
I won't say too much. You know what I mean? I could have. I'm just saying I could have played Zendaya's character because I shake my head at everybody. I'll just say that. And how many times you see me? This is what she did a lot. I think it was also refreshing to see Tom Holland kind of finally playing adult. You know what I mean? Not saying like not trying to shit on guys acting. You know what I mean? Because I do think he's a talented actor.
Of course.
But seeing Tom Holland play such a much more serious role, because I know he has other serious roles in movies that I haven't seen, but I've only have Spider-Man for reference, and Uncharted, unfortunately. So like therefore like the roles I know him as are not as serious as this, but like I really think he did a great job in this, and it's really refreshing to know that he walked away from the Odyssey being like, nah, how do I apply these things that I learned from this to this Spider-Man movie?
Yes.
Right?
You heard that he called the people, right?
Yeah.
Because
like,
he was like, what are we doing here?
He's like, we got to move with intention, my guy.
Yes. Like literally, apparently, yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, Tom Holland literally called, what was it? He called
Sony execs, yeah.
Somebody, yeah, he called some of the Sony execs from the Odyssey, and he was like, we need help here.
You mean Spider-Man or Odyssey? Oh, you talking about from, oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood, yeah.
No, he really did. He was like, he called like some of the people, and he was like, we need some assistance here. Because like apparently they were doing like a lot of reshoots for Spider-Man, and he was like, no.
All over the place.
Yeah, he was like, I've seen the good side. We don't do that. They don't do that.
I've had filet mignon.
Yeah.
And it don't gotta be like this.
Exactly. It doesn't need to be like this. So he was asking for advice and stuff for things. I was like, that's hilarious, actually.
I think the funniest thing watching the movie, I'm sitting here, I'm like, Tom Holland, the dude who plays Punisher and Zendaya in this movie right now that I'm watching, and I'm probably about to go watch them being Spider-Man all three together.
The guy from Punisher's in there too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, like, the fact they all three are in this movie, I'm like, wow, y'all about to make a lot of money for July, huh? Y'all July paycheck is looking real happy.
No, but Zendaya, I was just talking about it today. But not only is she in that, but she's in Dune, too. So
She out here.
She's making that money.
And then Anne Hathaway, a queen.
Of
you know
course.
what I mean? Like,
Queen
she did her thing in this. It's just a really fucking good experience, right? Not just a movie. It's just a fantastic experience, and I do want to go see it again. If I see it again, it's 70 millimeter.
Okay.
I
legit.
I need
see
to
the difference.
like. I said I saw it as Nolan intended, kinda
IMAX at least,
right? But like I didn't see it as Nolan intended, and I need that.
You're gonna find out.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Any other things you watched?
That was it. I just had movies. You know what I mean? And somehow, it's an hour and 40 minutes in. We doing all right.
Look at that.
All right. Well, favorite segment as always. We don't have Danny here. Rolling her eyes. Jesus Christ! I thought we grew past that. I thought we were adults now. Boo. Well, Kimmy has finished a lot of you guys' least favorite arc in One Piece.
Yeah.
Fishman Island, and it seems like you didn't hate it.
I enjoyed it, honestly. I think this has been the most serious aspect of this has been the most political arc of One Piece, and a lot of people didn't like it because it didn't make sense to them, or they found it boring, or one aspect or another. But I actually connected with it a lot because I can actually see how it connects to the world of this day, and it's wild. So I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, I didn't like the Hody storyline and da-da-da-da-da-da. But the whole reason, so for those of you guys who don't watch One Piece, basically so Fishman Island, there's these fish people, exactly what it sounds like. There's a lot of mermaids, fish people, all different kinds of fish breeds, whatever. So the Straw Hats go to the Fishman Island, and it's basically the whole premise is that place is supposed to be like a pit stop on the way to where the Straw Hats are going as a new world. But a lot of people have, feelings against humans in general because humans have been evil toward their kind, so it sucks. People are racist. That's essentially it. People are racist. And so they're like, I don't know if we should fuck with the humans anymore. Like, some of them are cool, but I don't know. Some of them are really shitty because also there's human trafficking now. They're like, they honestly take a lot of our people and they sell them off, and that's really fucking evil. But in this arc, there's a whole backstory of, hey, there used to be a queen that used to really advocate for the humans. And she was like, hey, listen, just because some humans were evil, not all of them are evil. Some of them are racist, but not all of them are racist.
Queen Orihime.
Orihime, yes. So she was like, you cannot have this hatred within your heart and pass it on to the children if we want to create a better world where we can all live together in harmony, as like the Avatar. But a lot of the fishmen have dealt with it. Like, you know, some of them were sold into slavery. They were slaves. They had to break out of that. It's like a really traumatizing experience, and it has to come back and be like, look, I'm not fucking with the humans, but I understand not all of them are the same. Not all of them are evil. So, but being able to see that perspective and see like, wow, this connects with a lot of the experiences that black people and slaves and all other kinds of brown people have dealt with in their whole lives. That's something really, you know, interesting. So it's wild to hear, you know, some people say, I don't connect with anything in One Piece. That's especially as a person of color.
I just, you know, it's just, I just can't, I have nothing really, nothing really connects with me in it.
I was like, there's no way.
We're on the same earth, nigga. What are you talking about? I'll take it out.
No. Keep it. I honestly, I wish our reactions were in that. Maybe in the bonus.
No, it's in the bonus.
It is?
Yeah, the back and forth. But like you can't see every angle.
I wish. Oh my god, that's what they should have put in there. Anyways, but yeah, so this honestly, it really is. This is like One Piece, the politics.
Yeah.
The politics arc for sure. Because literally half of it is like, hey, no, we have to be nice. We have to try to make nice with the humans. If we get everybody together and sign this petition, then we can actually go up and, you know, be with the humans and, you know, explore and get out of our little bubble. You know, we can expand ourselves. And then the other side is like, no, fuck these humans. They are evil and they are very racist. Do not mess with them. Like, there's no point. And then, you know, so much of that hatred is growing in the community and everything. So many people get so mad that like, oh, Hody's storyline didn't make any sense. Hody ties back to what the queen was saying. They're like, if you bring the hatred to the children, it's going to stay there. Yeah, and it's generational trauma. It's going to trickle down and it's going to continue. And they won't even know why. And people are surprised that's exactly what happened with Hody. They were like, oh, nothing even happened to him. Because I thought, my theory while watching, I was like, yo, he's going to have like a human mom or a human dad. And that's why he was
be
so
something
traumatized.
Way deeper.
I thought it was going to be super deep. And it turns out the big surprise is he's like, they were like, what did the humans do to you for you to hate them and torture them and, you know, kill them and do all these things? And he's like, nothing. They didn't do shit to me. I just hate them because I hate them, you know?
That's all I know.
That's all I know. Yeah. Because that's generational trauma that happens. And I was explaining it in stream because people were like, I don't know, he just seems real stupid that he just hated to hate. I'm like, I understand that. But this way is different. I was like, I know I have a lot of gripes with like people when we talk about like Dio as a hater. Yeah. And the reason I don't like him as a villain is that he was just hating to hate with no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a true hating to hate for no reason. Hody has a reason. Generational trauma is very serious. Yeah. So the fact that I was like, okay, we saw what happened with Tiger and he was sold into slavery. He went through all that. Okay, great. Then it goes down to Arlong and he's like first, you know, second generation trauma of like, fuck these humans. They did all this crazy shit to me and my fam. They did this and I hate them. Like,
that's why he does everything to Nami's Island for the most part.
Exactly.
Which is like recontextualizes, even though he still ain't shit, right? But it's like Oda's like giving from way later in the story, he's kind of being like, yeah, but this is like why he also like treated them like that.
Exactly. So we're seeing like there's a reason for that. And then it goes even farther down the line to the third generation of like, they've been listening to all this hatred. They've grown up and all that. He grew up in the hood. He grew up with all the hatred
grew up
for
in
these.
the hood.
Yeah, he grew up in the
Also grew up
hood.
in the hood.
He grew up in the hood.
Like,
with-
Hody Jones is from the Bronx.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Oh, wow. What? That's crazy. You better claim that.
No, I think I'm good.
You see his shirt was open? That's you. That's y'all.
That's y'all guys. Either way,
Fine, from Staten Island. No, I'm joking.
nobody want to be from Staten
Yeah,
Island.
that's crazy. Yeah. Plus, like all the races over there, so he's not from Staten Island.
Yeah,
He
no.
not from
That's where all the racist people are. So, sorry.
lost track.
Anyways, but yeah, so it's just like there's a reason that he hates to hate. You know, like there's people out there that like intentionally from the South intentionally stay segregated because of all the shit that white people did to them.
Yeah.
So it's not crazy to see a villain go through the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's honestly, I was very intrigued. I was locked in. I was like, wow, this is actually wild. And I was just so happy. I called it from the beginning. I said the second that I saw that the queen was killed and I saw Hody was up there, I was like, oh, he did it. He did it instantly. Instantly, I knew. And like the sniper
Can
was
you
a
find the
human.
stand user?
Yeah, I was like, the sniper was a human. Yeah, bullshit. I was like, he made him do that for sure. I was like, that was absolutely Hody. So I was glad I was right on that aspect. Even if I was wrong about Hody's backstory, I'm fine.
What do you think about, I guess, Fisher Tiger and the whole and Jinbei's kind of part in this arc?
Very interesting because it's really you can try going above and beyond for these people. You know, Tiger's Eye, is it?
Fisher Tiger.
No, Fisher Tiger. Sorry,
You're thinking about
I am Sailor Moon. I'm thinking Sailor Moon. Fisher Tiger. Yeah,
Just think about Fisher Price.
Yeah. So Fisher Tiger is the one that got sold into slavery, and he, even besides that, he went above and beyond. It was like, you know what? We're not killing humans. We're gonna be just as bad as they are. He literally rescued this little girl and was like, yeah, you know what? I will take her back, and we're gonna make sure she's safe, even if she was crazy traumatized by her slavery. Oh, that was so sad. And he was like, look, you're not gonna die. We're throwing away the gun. We're not gonna kill you. We're gonna take you home. And the humans still did them dirty, and it was so sad.
All this work,
and
what did it get?
Truly, and he was like, no, I'd rather die than have the blood of humans within my body. I do not want to be alive owing one of them. And that was so sad because I was like, what are you gonna do? You can't deny that for him.
Especially with like how the arc like kind of ends later on, having like, you know, Jinbei and Luffy have their moment too. Like Oda's cooking with gas in this arc, bro. Like,
yeah, the fact that you literally the whole entire island sees, Jinbei's making his effort and he's saving Luffy once again. Because he did it the first time and nobody watched. So he's like, no hesitation. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. Yeah, Luffy, take my fucking blood. Take my blood.
yeah.
I want you to live.
Because having the message at the end of the day is like, yeah, they all have the same blood at the end. Like, they literally still have the same type of blood. They can still share it. So it's like, there's not that much different about them, which is like the same about the real world.
The real world.
So
we all got a skeleton inside, guys. We all bleed red.
How'd you feel about the celestial dragon portion of the arc?
Oh my god, I'm no better than the rest of them because I was like, kill this man, kill him. I was like, torture him, pull him apart. I don't
She
care.
said, you know what, guys, I'm no better.
No, I said I'm absolutely no better. I'm not on that royal crew. I was like, nah, that was your slave guy. We're taking him apart bit by bit. I'm ripping off your eyelashes. I'm taking off your toenails. I am pulling you apart.
Jesus
I'm sorry.
Christ.
Like, the shit that they do to slaves is egregious.
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely know if that, like,
And he's the one who freed Boa and Fisher Tiger.
Yes, exactly. Fisher Tiger was the one that freed them. And I was like, wow, yeah, that's beautiful. I'm so happy. So the fact that, like, the celestial dragon was there and like he was just like the fact that he had the audacity to be like, get your nasty asses and pick me up and make me better. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, I literally was so sure they were gonna kill the queen. I was like,
yeah, you thought she was gonna when she went up
yeah.
there. So when she
I
came,
was like, she's not coming back. They're gonna fillet her ass. I was like, they are gonna fillet her. They're gonna sell her off. They're gonna cut her to bits. They're gonna eat her. And then actually, I don't know if you were on the stream with me, but I went into that whole segment of because they were like, oh, that's kind of racist because you're saying they're gonna fillet her. I was like, no, you don't understand. white people will eat anything. I said they eat mummies. I was like, actually, and I had to give a whole educational aspect of like, hey guys, if you actually never knew, cannibalism is actually a thing that happens many a time in American history. And clearly, as what we found out from earlier this year in the Epstein files, cannibalism is unfortunately still alive and well. If you guys never heard of the book called, what is it, The Delicious Negro?
Never heard of it.
Oh, well.
Damn.
There's actually The Delectable Negro. So it's unfortunately this book that talks about the history of black people and how white people would serve them up, essentially. And every bit, who's the guy from the Black Panthers that they like, Till?
Well, not Emmett Till's not from the Black Panthers, but he was just somebody.
Oh, sorry, he was a revolutionary leader that they cut down.
Nah, not Emmett Till.
Am I thinking the wrong person?
There was Fred Hampton, and there's also like Malcolm X. That also.
Who was the one that they turned into a bag?
I don't know. Emmett Till was a little boy that just like they lied and said cat called a white woman.
Yes, that's not the wrong.
And they,
okay,
like threw him down a river and beat the hell out of
okay,
him.
so I'm thinking of the wrong man.
Yeah.
But so basically there was a man who was a really big leader in, I'm pretty sure he was the leader of the Panthers, if I'm not wrong.
Somebody fact check.
Either way, so someone fact check that, please. But he was turned into, they took every part of his body and they, unfortunately, sorry for the squeamish people, but I will briefly discuss this because this is irrelevant. But yeah, they took off his skin, they tanned him, they turned his skin into oils that they could keep. They turned him into a bag, a leather like bag, which is crazy. They used his bones. Some people had his skull as like a trophy. Like it was really, really fucked up shit. Yeah. And there's a long history of them like taking slaves as body parts and using it for furniture. Like this is something that happens. And so that's why I was like seeing like the slave trade in One Piece is actually like really scary because I'm like, yo, they're really connecting to the real world. Yeah. And this is what's happening. So I was like, yeah, no, the fact that I'm saying they will fillet her and eat her, it still happens to this day. So this is, I had to educate some people, but yeah, that still happens out there.
And then bro ended up actually letting her come back. And he kind of did the right thing.
Yeah, that was wild. He really, like, she really
threw you for a loop. You was like, oh, let me surprise.
I was full ready for her to have died. I was like, no, she's cooked. That's it. Yeah. Because I knew she was gonna die. I just didn't know how. So I was like, no, that was it. They're gonna come back and be like, wow, we took that L. R.I.P.
What'd you think about Shirahoshi's character, the ancient weapon Poseidon?
Very interesting in the way they did it. I do love it. Of course, like baby soft girl grows up to be, big weapon type, but like keeping her soft heart. Very well done. Yeah. Very well done.
All right. Well, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Sanji's still your number 2.
He is.
And you had you fought through the trenches of Fishman Island.
That
right?
was rough. Guys, Oda and Toei, why would you do this to my man? Why would you do this to him? Oh my God.
It's hard, man.
It's
hard. Like people like
bad.
And he don't make it for a lot of people when they're in their ranking through this arc because, and I understand why, right? I don't even argue with them, right? I'm just like, you know what? I get it. I totally understand.
I get it.
But I'm gonna stick beside him. I'm gonna stick beside him, bro. Like, I'm just like, it's not Sanji's fault. It's Oda's fault.
Yeah, really. Oh, my God. Like, look how you massacred my boy.
Like, why make it part of the plot?
It really, from what I realized, is that, like, all of, like, the mangakas who put, like, a super perverted characters, they're putting their inner selves in there.
Oh, 100%.
1,000%. They all say it.
They're all gooners.
Yeah. They're like, no, I put my inner, like, that is me. That I put my self-insert in there, and he's just expressing the parts that I can't.
But it's just like, why does it all have to be allocated to Sanji?
All of it to Sanji?
Like, we can't spread it out a little bit. Like
okay. Brook is already out there, guys. I'm already tired. Like, and the fact that, I hate that too. I'm like, that there's 2 perverts out here? Come on.
Well, at least he's just asking for panties. Like, that's it, right? They got This thing was bleeding to death.
Bleeding to death was a great.
Like,
I was like, bro, be so fucking for real. Like, Chopper was sweating. He was like, no, don't turn around. I can't lose you, Sanji. I don't have any more blood. Please, I can't save you again. I don't have anything for you. Oh my God. The way he was crying was killing me. Oh my gosh.
What'd you think about, I guess, the actual island of Fishman Island? You finally made it, right? After all these arcs,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean?
The actual island was beautiful. Love the concept. I love all the cute little mermaid girls.
I know you like Little Mermaid, so
Yeah.
I knew you was going to enjoy the setting at least. You know
It's
what
Atlantis, guys. Yeah, it was beautiful. Atlantica, sorry.
I mean? Yeah.
Very beautiful. Loved it. Very creative. I wasn't expecting the shorty that could tell the future. I wasn't expecting her to be
Madam Charlie.
Yeah, Madam Charlie. I wasn't expecting her to be Arlong's sister. She a baddie, little shark baddie.
Y'all don't even look alike.
Yeah,
It'd
they
be like
don't.
that.
Yeah, they don't.
You thought one of the brothers of the king was alright.
Yeah, he was alright. Cause you know what? I was like, I've seen before I even started One Piece. I've seen like really cute fan art between him and Nami. So I was like, is this gonna happen? But they barely interacted. So
Nami's gay at this point, bro.
I
Nami's
know,
either
yeah.
gay or maybe at best asexual. Maybe she's just not into
no,
nobody.
she's definitely into girls. I saw that aspect when we were with the ropes, with the
Khalifa.
Yeah, Khalifa, when she was like, damn, that girl looks so sexy. I was like,
that could be my. I could have.
I
a
was
secretary
like,
like
she
that.
not beating allegations. I saw the way she looked her up and down. She was like,
There are people that
damn.
ship her with Vivi.
I see that a lot. I get
Yeah.
that on my feed now. So
I think
it's,
for me,
it's
I'm just
cute.
like, I don't know. I think it's just I think it's too sistery for me.
I don't think so.
Their relationship. I'm like, it almost feels incestual.
No,
for some
not
reason.
for me. I see it. Because they had a lot of really cute moments. She's like, no, come over here. And especially in like the live action, I'm like, oh yes. Yeah. And so I see it. But obviously Vivi has to leave, so.
You still on the Robin train?
Oh, absolutely. Robin for life, baby. We in there. Oh my gosh.
I know you had to adjust to Frankie's new design, but at least he's still the same in here, man.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate that he at least does the effort of popping out with new hair every now and again, and he's not just completely shaved. Which, guys, I promise you, black people still look good with bald hair. I just don't like Frankie with bald hair. Okay, I'm telling you.
You're so fucking crazy.
Oh my God, they were like, she don't like anybody with blonde hair. I was like, okay, well,
Let me change it.
I was like, look, most bald head white dudes are like, you know,
They don't
crash outs from the military or psychotic meth heads. So like, there's very few people that can actually pull off a regular buzz cut. You know, so
I think for some people watching Fishman Island, like their issue going into it is that they felt like everything was so hype prior. You know what I mean? Going from Sabaody, then you go to Impel Down, right? And then you go to the Marine Ford, and then you watch Post War, and then like you get the Straw Hats back. Like the kept on escalating, and they felt like Fishman Island to them felt like a big nosedive of momentum. You know what I mean? With stakes and things like that. It was like everything was so peak, and like we could just get this, right? Like we didn't struggle to really beat anybody because like Fishman Island for the most part is really just a flexing contest for the Straw Hats, just to show like how strong we are.
exactly
Like,
it's showing off the new moves.
So like I'm like, listen, it's fine. We got a lot of lore, a lot of story. You know what I mean? You learn about
world
the
building,
ancient weapons. You hear the name Joy Boy. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of lore happening. Nico Robin doing her thing.
I think it was a really good arc to put in between because from what we've seen lately, it's been like big serious arc, and then they'll put like a silly arc right after to like lighten the mood and be like, okay, hey, we have a balance. But instead of adding something like Thriller Bark, it's like a lot softer, but it's like still dealing with a lot of serious topics. So I thought it was the perfect kind of arc to have in between that. Like, okay, we still want to go into something serious, but it's not super insane to the stakes of the war that we just watched. Like, we just watched a heavy war, and then we're like, all right, we got to get the gang back together, and let's see how they react, and we want to show everybody the new powers. This is a good outlet.
Now, imagine if One Piece didn't look the way One Piece looked while trying to tell this same story like that Fishman Island did.
What do you mean?
So, like, a lot of reasons why I think, you know, some things go over people's head is because of the way One Piece looks.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Because
like,
of aesthetics.
had One Piece looked like Jujutsu Kaisen, this arc would make people way more miserable. You know what I mean? Like if it was the same art style, the same vibes, but with the same themes and everything that happens in the story that's told in Fishman Island.
And it's way more serious.
But if it was JJK, you'd probably be like, this whole thing is making me depressed. You know what I mean?
It would have been depressing.
You know what I mean? Versus like One Piece's kind of skin over that theme makes it a lot more digestible.
It is, yes. And he makes it digestible for people. And that's why it's like, okay, it looks all shits and giggles, but like seeing the underlying theme of all of this is actually really wild. So that's why I was like, being introduced to Sabaody in general was like wild, because I was like, he literally dropped a bomb on everything. He was like, racism, classism, human trafficking, drugs, everything like just thrown in there. I was like, hello? Corrupt government. I was like, God damn, all in one? All in one, Oda? God damn. I wasn't familiar with your game.
She's like, I mean, yeah, Eddie's lobbying Water 7, sure.
I was like, yeah, corrupt government, that's, every day, sure. Human trafficking, getting sold into slavery.
Who hurt you, Oda?
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And someone was saying like, oh, but I don't think, it's necessary for some people to tell the story that's not theirs because Oda's never gone through this. I was like, it doesn't matter if he's never gone through it. Other people have gone through this, and he's explaining the story in a way that's digestible to other people so that they can understand what these people went through. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, you literally didn't know a lot of shit that happened with, black people. But look what happened.
It opens the conversation.
It does.
I mean? It makes it, and this is to tie together even what we're talking about here in One Piece, and also me talking about the Odyssey. People have been saying it way before this movie even come out, and I truly do believe it. Even while I was watching the Odyssey, I was like, watching this movie is like one long ass episode of One Piece, because like I do think One Piece is a modern day Odyssey being made. You think about all the like the giants, right? When we go to Little Garden, and especially in the live action adaptation, looks just like the same scene I was watching in the Odyssey where we was stuck with the Cyclops. I'm sitting here watching, I was like, did I just see this?
These games before.
I was like, didn't I just watch something like this? And I'm like, oh, this is when Usopp and Nami was stuck in the cave with Dory and Bragi. I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And it's just like, niggas is on water, crazy shit happening, showing up on islands you have no business being on, finding all this random shit. Like, we're watching a modern day Odyssey. The sirens. And the sirens, you know what I mean? Like, just random water, dumb shit happening, going up reverse mind, like, and nothing is explainable either, right? You just accept the silliness or the chaos for what it is. And I think that, when it's all said and done for One Piece, and it's still going, right? It's one of those series that it has surpassed Batman, and it has surpassed like Superman and all this other stuff. Like, when it's all said and done, when it reaches its end, people are going to be able to look back at this story, I think, the same way they look at the Odyssey. You know what I mean? But yeah, well, what are you giving Fishman Island out of 10?
I think I gave it an 8, no? Yeah. I give it a very high rating. A lot of people were like, ugh, I gave it a 6. Like, they really didn't like the political aspect of it, and they thought it was too boring, but I was locked in. It was very interesting.
That's why when you started this arc as well, I really make sure in the chat, I was like, hey guys, please don't say your opinion on this arc, because I feel like that also happened a lot for most of your journey. So I was trying to course correct it now once we get post time skip, so that nobody tells you how they feel about the arc before you get to finish it.
That makes
sense.
Like
everybody was just telling you like, oh, I love this arc. Oh, I hate this arc. Oh, and then you were like only one episode in, you're like already hearing all these opinions already. Whereas like I tried to make sure you were isolated for Fishman Island, so that when I did tell you that everybody hates it, you were like, what? You were confused.
Yeah, no, I think that came out really well. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are finished talking about media and stuff, and we are now at the 2-hour mark. So I guess we'll do a quick little yaps since it's just me and you here today. We never really talk about this type of stuff like that. But for some of you guys that do not know, me and Kimmy, the way we know each other is that we both went to the same college, which is Suny Purchase in Purchase, New York, or
Suny
whatever.
Purchase.
But we're not in the same years. So like I got there in 2009 and I graduated in 2013.
Yeah, which is crazy. So my first year was 2012, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, because I went, because that's when I graduated high school, and then I went into college that same year.
And you graduated 2016? 2016, right?
Well, I was supposed to, but I graduated 2017 because I was there an extra year.
Okay, yeah. And like me and you have like essentially two different experiences, but for the most part, very similar.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like we don't really chop it up too much about like some of those experiences, those things that like I also think about I miss a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's the things that I miss the most a lot of times. I'm like,
So,
man.
guys, real quick for context, we went to an art school.
yes, it is a performing arts school. I am not a performer or have any arts or do any of this podcast shit don't count to me.
I
right?
mean, you're still a content creator, so at the end of the day, it still comes back around.
Well, I'll tell you, when I was in school, I was not that, right? You know what I mean? Like when I went to Purchase, I went there as first I went as a journalism major.
Me too. What the fuck?
I went in as a journalism major.
They didn't have
right?
communications.
I didn't know what that was. I just went in as journalism.
Well, they didn't have I wanted to do like a communications or like a media major, and they were like, "We don't got that. Here's journalism."
Right.
I was like, "Fuck."
So I went in as journalism, but like and for some reason, they put me on a theater kid floor in Farside.
What?
Which Farside is one of the dorm buildings, right?
They have these really silly
in
names.
the basement of Farside. It was nothing but theater kids, and I got put into mad theater, like reading classes, like classes to read like plays and shit like that.
What the? I didn't get that.
Bro, I don't know how. Like one of my classes was like from page to stage, and like it was like an 8:30 class, and like my roommate also, me being, and this is context about my upbringing and stuff like that, and where I've come from, long way. I'm a Brooklyn kid through and through. Like I grew up
you're
very
an only
isolated,
child.
only child, isolated, for the most part. Like when you're especially in New York City, but like even more in your Brooklyn bubble, and like I didn't grow up in like Park Slope or like Bay Ridge or nicer parts of Brooklyn. I grew up in the hood of Brooklyn, right? So going away to Purchase, even though it's not mad far, it's still away from here. Going up to Westchester ain't like it ain't being here. You know what I mean? Bro,
also, one difference, guys. Cory clearly stayed on campus, and I was a commuter.
Yes, I lived on campus for all 4 years. So my first roommate, bless his heart, L's my guy. He's doing great things right now. Like he was this gay white boy, but like didn't know he was gay yet. And like I had never been really around anybody queer before, but like I wasn't uncomfortable. I was just more like,
like observing.
I was like, okay, like
That's how they work.
But he also wasn't out at the time
Yes.
either. Maybe I'll edit that part out, whatever. Maybe I'm saying too much of his information. But like, bro had like a Lady Gaga poster on the wall.
Oh,
and like
Cole was coming from
like,
inside
it was,
the
like,
house.
Rent, and then like the way we slept, like you remember the rooms kind of well. So like both the beds, right? But like my TV was on my dresser next to me, where my head laid by the window, and his TV was at the foot of his bed. So like basically.
So
It was easier for me to watch his TV while I was laying down.
That's funny.
Where it's easier for me to watch my TV if I was sitting at my desk. But this thing, and I grew my infatuation for Tina Fey because he watched 30 Rock every night to go to sleep. He would go to bed and he would put a 30 Rock DVD in. And like we talk about DVDs, and like he just played all night. And he'd fall asleep, and I'd just still be there like,
That's so
I'm
funny.
over here like, yo, this Tina Fey girl's kind of high.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You can make me laugh, man. I'm just saying, man. She got a little smirk. But like it was just it was going on to that campus, and like that being my first roommate, it was just such an eye-opening experience. Think wide open, you know what I mean? And it was just a big culture shock. So that first year, going in there as a journalism major, it did not last. I changed my major within like 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, oh damn. Okay, you were like,
maybe a month, right?
Okay.
Maybe a month. Maybe I'm being dramatic with the 2 weeks, but like I kept on missing the class, the 8:30 morning class. I was like, I just can't. I can't do early classes. I'd rather just have a midday or a late class.
Yeah.
I couldn't do 8:30, so like I kept on missing the class, and I hated reading. So and it required me to read for real. So then I switched my major to economics.
That's crazy though, because I'm like, what about all the journalism classes?
I never took a single one. I just had to. That was the first thing, was me just doing those like a bunch of like theater reading type shit.
So weird. I didn't get any of that. I'm a theater kid, guys, which actually is so funny because literally one of my closest friends was like, "Oh, I don't know if you know any theater things." I was like, "Bro, I'm a theater kid. What are you talking about?"
You know
He
this.
was like,
You
"What? I never knew
don't
that."
wear it.
I don't wear
the
it
same way I think
That's
theater
why.
kids do. Like you're not
Yes.
out here prancing around.
Yes.
doing the theater things.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
I'm not a stereotypical type.
like I don't be hearing you sing musicals and shit just for the
Yeah.
shits and giggles.
I was like, I do, but to myself or like in my car, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm not like out and about and, you know.
So like freshman year, like, I switched to economics pretty quickly. That didn't last either.
That's like math, right?
Yes, bro. I was good at it, but it was one of those things that you had to study, and because I also am not a studier either,
Mm-hmm.
like I was going to keep on getting C's,
And you were like,
and I was like, oh, this actually requires me to do effort,
yeah.
and like I've never been a good student. That's not my thing. I am a figure it out type of guy, which I still carry on to this day.
Okay.
Like I always even say, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I've done my whole life. So like I did economics, and eventually by the time it got to like second semester, I was like, all my friends for some reason found this thing that I did not know existed: arts management.
Oh, you were arts management?
And then I just stuck with arts management the whole way through, and that's
so funny. So guys, arts management is literally just a business major, but like for nonprofit. I know because I have a minor in arts management.
bro. Every time I have to explain to people, I was like, it's business management for
It's
like the
literally
arts.
a business major.
For the arts. Like I know what a 501c3 is.
It's like, it's so funny. I honestly, if I would have, what's crazy is that there's so many amazing majors in that place, and they don't tell you anything. They don't.
They mad low key.
The way that I was a new media major, and like I said, I started off as a journalism major, and I did that for 2 years. For a bit, and I was like, okay. I was like, this kind of isn't really what I want to do. But again, they didn't have a communications major at the time. I wasn't even supposed to go to Purchase. Originally, I was supposed to go to FIT, the Fashion Institute of Technology. I was supposed to go there.
I was going to go to Wisconsin.
The fuck were you going to do in Wisconsin?
I didn't go, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. But I was like originally supposed to go to FIT, and you know what? I didn't go. My mom forgot to pay the deposit. Instantly took my spot.
You know, I could tell y'all related.
You see where the ADHD
That's
come
I was
from?
like, you know, after you said what you said, I was like, I don't want to say I'm not surprised because I don't know her like that. I don't want to do her like that. But at the same time, like you are her child, so I'm like, apple
ADHD
tree.
is hereditary.
Apple tree.
Yeah, it's hereditary. But yeah, so I was like, honestly, things happen for a reason. So
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. Look, if I would have never went to Purchase, we would never would have been here.
There'd be no podcast.
Yeah,
the trickle down things of everything.
Yeah.
Is like, I even was thinking about like transferring out of Purchase because I was really focused on trying to get back into football because I didn't get to play in high school. And eventually I was just like, you know what? I'm going to rock out. I just kind of found my way because then I joined SOCA, Students of Caribbean Ancestry. I joined like that club in school. And I was just like, I started trying to find ways to be more involved on the campus than I was kind of in high school. In high school, I was really just, I was not part of like the culture of the school there. Like I was cool with everybody in high school, but like through college, I was like, all right, let me do things to like get myself involved or whatever, especially because like that's what forced me to learn how to really just network with people and become cool with people and not be in my bubble, especially because like Purchase is such a interesting campus.
Very different.
You know what I mean? And I couldn't keep kind of that same hard interior. Yeah. Hard exterior and interior growing up here and kind of wearing it there. It doesn't like there's people who moved like that, but like
they weren't also, really that happy.
Yeah. And you weren't like in the mix the same way, you know what I mean? So
no, it was great. But yeah, I like I said, I went to a new media major. And I ended up doing like I was a commuter, so that was really hard for me because when I made like 3 friends I made like 5 friends at orientation, and then none of us had the same schedules. So then I had my first class, and I'm really happy to say the first class I ever had, like it was hilarious because half the class they moved the class of where it was. Half the class knew and half the class didn't. So we were sitting there and. Freshman year, first class ever, and half the class were like, bro, where's the teacher? Like, isn't it supposed to be like after 15 minutes you just leave or whatever? We're like, what is happening? But we're freshmen. We're fresh out of high school, so that doesn't happen. We're like, what are we doing? So we were like, okay, let's it was literally like 20 minutes in, and we were like, all right, maybe we should like go ask the next teacher in the next room. We're like, all right, let's do that. So we all went, and turns out that was the real class. And so during that time, we were all like talking with each other and everything. And I made friends with these two girls who to this day are still two of my closest friends, which is hilarious. So
Kat and Anna?
no, not them.
Oh.
They came later. Also very good in my first year. But Lynn and Amanda, I love y'all. So wonderful. Just really hilarious to say. But one of their roommates I saw was working on like graphic design stuff. And I was like, whoa, Lori, what are you making? And she was like, oh, I am a new media major. And we do everything from photography, videography. We do sound design. We do web design. We do and just everything together. And I was like, that's really cool. I was like, fuck, I want to do that. And so then I had to figure out, okay, if I'm switching majors, what does that mean? And I had to switch majors. And it kind of put me back a little bit because they were like, because also
you're still freshman year, or how deep?
I was 2 years in, so I was like a sophomore by then. But yeah, it was a little late by that point, so I like transferred and edit this part out.
A few moments later,
I hate you.
The government just edited this out, but it's so I gotta get this off.
Like just bleep it out. Like I hate you. Truly.
If you're hearing this,
no, but truly, because like I've never in my entire life, like we were, we're in an art school, so we're in our senior year. It's like me, Devin, Seb, Ron, we're all here in class, and we're like, hey, like. And they're like, oh, yes, when you guys go into your museums or when you work with people in the nonprofit district. And someone was like, what if you don't want to work with nonprofit? And it was like 4 of the teachers just looked at everyone. They were like, if you're not working with nonprofit, you're in the wrong place and you need to leave. You need to change majors. And we all looked at each other like, are you kidding me? Like, sorry, I want to make some money with art and you want to get on my ass? What does that mean?
You're destroying the art. You don't do things for profit here.
Crazy. Oh my gosh. Which is hilarious because I am a nonprofit. But like, I wasn't meant to be here.
It kind of sounds like you.
Anyways. So either way, hilarious. And that just kind of, I don't know, that just kind of happened.
It's funny, I think, with the early day parts, like, it's very rare, I think, for a lot of people who do their college experience, especially me living on campus and you commuting, to still be cool people from, like, early day ones. And yes, everybody becomes older, so your relationships change. But there's some people that just don't talk to anybody that they know before. Like,
crazy.
I met Nelson and my other friend Andy on orientation day.
Yeah, shit like that.
Like the way I met them that day, and I'm still like, I was just talking to Nelson the other day. Like, I'm still close friends. Nelson's been on this podcast. You know what I mean? Still super close friends. Like, the way I know them is that, like, I was just in a random room. I was in my room during the orientation, and somebody was playing some song in the hallway, and I didn't know who it was, but I just heard the music. And I just hopped out the room and just started dancing in the hallway just to act like a dickhead. And they were like, "Oh, who the fuck is this guy?" Right?
That's hilarious.
And then, like, we just stayed cool, like, ever since then. You know what I mean? Like,
so
we're still
funny.
friends to this day. And then I'm still cool with a lot of people I've made super close friends with freshman year to this time.
Mm-hmm.
Harry, Pedro's a year under me, but like even from there. But like that, my whole personal experience is being part of SoCA and also working. I didn't do I feel like a lot of people, their experience in college or in Purchase, I don't have the same lived experience where I feel like people like, yeah, I was partying this much and like I was drinking off campus and I was doing all this other stuff, and like I always had a job.
I had 3 jobs during but not only that, there was one semester I think I was cracked out because when I tell you I was working 3 jobs and I was partying every weekend and I was back at my job and I was not I had 4 hours of sleep on the regular.
Oh no,
for a whole semester.
We were just young, bro.
I know. I would back at it.
We think about these 30-year-old bodies and what we used to be capable of. Every now and then when I have time to give like a little nigga a lecture, like a young person, they swear I'm telling them a lecture to like tell them you gonna fall off, and I'm only telling you so that you could just go hard right now while you still got
Go
it. Right?
while you still can,
like
guys.
If you 21 right now and you feel like your back hurt, I know you Gen Zers don't drink and shit like that the same we did. I already seen the videos. Apparently millennials, we are like the most drunk generation.
What? Well, they be smoking everything, so like
they do everything else.
Yeah,
but with the drink, we drink the most out of every generation.
I never
even
knew that.
boomers. I mean, think about it.
I never knew that. I mean, for Loco era, but like hello.
Even now, we still drink the most.
Wow, never would have thought.
Yes, you would have. You see how we drink, bro.
No, yeah, but I thought that was like, oh, that's just regular, you know?
No,
like, if
bro,
everybody's
we're not regular. We just live in a big generation of drinkers.
Damn. Anyway,
So like,
the
full. Oh man,
bro, I was living that like my friends. Thankfully, I'm gonna go real quick. So I became super huge friends with some of my closest friends, my party friends, Kathy and Lex. I made friends because of One Direction, guys. I gained my some of my closest friends because I loved One Direction. I was a very big One Direction fan, and we had one thing that counted as gym class, which was really cool. I took a RAD class, rape aggression defense.
I took Taekwondo.
Ooh, I didn't even know that was an option. Very cool though.
Yeah.
But freshman year,
And
that was an
modern
option.
dance.
That's dope.
That's why I know how to plie and releve and grandmaman and tendus.
That's pretty dope. I'm very jealous, actually.
Range.
So yeah, I took a rape aggression defense class to learn how to, kick butt, all that. Really fun. And then one day, someone said One Direction, and the three of us just screamed at the same time, and we were like, "Whoa, Spider-Man, yes!"
And I'm like,
Friends?
One Direction didn't even.
Yeah.
I don't think One Direction probably was just invented when I was like graduating.
It started at like 2010. They were like an X Factor.
Yeah, but like they weren't One Direction yet, I guess. You know what
Not
I mean?
then, but like shortly after.
Yeah.
So I think by 2011, 2012, they had become One Direction.
And I
so
was
they
probably
were
just two in the mix of college.
Yeah. So I was in it. That was heavily. So I became friends that way.
We were believers in our generation.
Oh, they were too. Kat and D are definitely big believers. I was never.
But we were like in the prime of like Justin like Baby came out my freshman year of college.
Oh yeah.
So
I
like
it.
we got to watch like my 4 years. I got to see the generation from that to Boyfriend. I was like, whoa, he's a man now.
I mean, I saw it. I was just never, I don't know. I didn't connect with him the same way.
You gotta listen to Journals. Listen to the album. Maybe you might change.
Well, anyways.
Sorry.
So, but either way, my friends were like, hey, like we're friends now. So me and D were both commuters. So they were like, hey, come stay over, bring everything. You stay over Saturday night. We go to the party, work your shift. Come back, Saturday night party, work your next shift tomorrow at the next place. I was like, cool. And I was doing that every weekend. And I was, oh my God.
She was a nomad. She was a squatter.
And the fun part is that I have all of my college years, I'm very blessed to say, in physical media because I worked in a photo store at the time. Well, it was one of my places. So every weekend we'd party, have some great things. I bring my DSLR camera, take pictures, and then I'd print them out and do one copy for each person in the photo. So it was like I was coming out with pockets.
Oh, that's why you be going so hard about them goddamn Polaroids now.
Yes. So I was like, it was so much fun. So I love to give them out to friends. And I have had friends be like, thank God, Kim, that you did that because I have no other physical media of my childhood or of my like youth.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, so it was great. So
you need the picture person in the group. I'm really bad at taking pictures like in the moment or doing things and stuff like that. So God bless you for being you on that. I worked at Target the whole time. So like, but I worked in the electronics section, the toy section.
That is cool.
So like,
that is the best part.
It was fine. Like actually, my first job was Starbucks on campus.
Wow, that one on that campus? I heard that was terrible.
Worst. I'm not even gonna say your name either. See, I ain't gonna bleep it out. But the manager of that Starbucks, she hated me. My first day at work was my birthday. Actually,
why would you do that to yourself?
What do you mean? I didn't have a fucking option, my G. What you talking about? Well, I need a job. Okay, this is your start day. Actually, that's my birthday. No.
I would have said that.
Then, yeah, I wouldn't. If I was a manager, I'd be like, then nigga, then don't have a job. I could go get another kid on this campus.
Funny,
you know what I mean?
though.
Like, that was my first day at work. It was a Tuesday. You know what I mean? So it didn't matter. What was gonna do on a Tuesday?
All right, fine.
So my first day was that. I worked at that Starbucks for 1 semester. It sucked because I always had closing shifts. I hated making coffee for people and stuff like that. I like making fraps. I hated doing the coffee machine. Like I would always have to show up to Pancake Madness, both Pancake Madnesses.
I love Pancake Madness.
Listen, if you watch this, if you purchase, you know. But I always had to show for the last like 30 minutes or an hour of Pancake Madness. So I always missed the pancakes at Pancake Madness and only just had to go for the vibes.
So guys, Pancake Madness is literally like a big party that our place would throw every semester. And it was literally like you go to the dining hall, you have breakfast food, and it's a big ass party. And then they throw t-shirts at you. And the t-shirts were always a super cool theme that they would like mix in. Like Devin has the biggest collection I've ever seen. He has over almost like 50 shirts.
Yeah, some people take this shit really seriously.
He
I don't
took
have
all of them.
a single purchase shirt.
You don't?
No, why
That's
would I
weird.
have them?
That was crazy. Oh, memories?
I don't remember.
Wild.
I could just go on Facebook.
Anyways, they were really cool. So I was like, there's the Hamilton one, the Game of Thrones one, there's the Super Mario one. There's like all mixed in with like pancake themes. Very cool, very cool.
They weren't as pop culture integrated during my years. Like
Really?
all the things you're saying, I'm like, those like sound much more reference to a lot of pop culture stuff, whereas like ours weren't as, from what I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't as integrated that same way. So like,
and they probably had like better people come in afterwards, but I was like, I did have a couple that were very simple. So
so I worked at the Starbucks. That sucked, and then I started working at that Target. That's my second semester freshman year, and then I worked at that Target up until like maybe 4 months after I graduated college.
Wow.
Right? And then they used to let me transfer to different stores, like in Target. Like summer break would come, I would go work at the Brooklyn Target in Flatbush, or I would go work at Atlanta Terminal. So like I had a lot of flexibility, and I got mad niggas jobs.
Oh hell
niggas
yeah.
owe me, right? Like I got like 8 to 9 people in purchase a job at that Target.
That's it.
Some of them cycled out or whatever, but
but you did that.
I hold people down, man. Niggas owe me a check. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. You know what I miss the most from Purchase? Terave.
Yo, nigga, the Terave cinnamon fucking oh god, well it was like a cinnamon twist or whatever. Like they had like these little cinnamon balls or whatever they used to have. I can't.
For me, it was pasta day. I was obsessed.
Yeah.
Pasta day on Wednesdays. Bitch, it was this vegetarian place, right, guys? Super good vegetarian. They actually made like really good vegetarian burgers and stuff like that. But the pasta day, bitch, oh my god, it was noteworthy. It was I would drag all my friends. I say, guys, we're going to Terave. It's pasta day.
When I started, Terave didn't exist. When I first started,
Really?
the whole humanities side of the campus wasn't allowed to be walked on when I was there. Like the first,
because they were still building.
Because there was an asbestos thing, and a whole bunch of like. They were doing construction on a whole bunch of shit. I saw a really gritty version of non-walkable Purchase. Like orientation, we was allowed to walk everywhere. We showed up the first day, you couldn't walk on half the campus essentially for like at least like 2 years.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So like Terave didn't exist, or actually it didn't. It probably didn't exist either for you because I think they got rid of it.
No, by
this
the
thing
time I
called
was
Campus
there,
Center
they did.
South. You ever heard of Campus Center South? So you know how we had the Stewed that we could throw parties in?
Yeah.
There was a second location called Campus Center South that was like a little smaller but still a party location that they would use. There would be parties going on like Soca or LU could throw a party there, or Hip Hop Club and Stewed, and there could be a party going on in Campus Center South.
Wow.
But then they stopped doing Campus Center South, I think, my senior
where's
year.
that?
Let's see. Campus Center South existed during my sophomore and junior year, and then I think they stopped doing it my senior year.
Where?
In Campus Center South. That's where it was.
No, but I don't know where that is.
Right next to Terave.
Oh, it was next to Terave. Okay. That's why I'm like, where?
You said where? I'm like, what do you want me to say? You know what Campus Center North is?
I don't know. I don't.
Campus Center North is the hub.
Okay, well, I know things by the land points. I don't know it by the names.
Yeah, the hub was Campus Center
I'm a
North.
commuter.
Oh my days. I miss the chicken grinder from the fucking
the hub.
From the hub. That used to be my shit. That and the quesadilla from the other side.
Yeah,
or whatever.
that was
used to be
banging.
shit. And a smoothie too. The smoothies was alright. I miss groceries is so crazy right now.
Groceries are so
I took having
wild.
a meal plan for granted.
Oh.
I know that you probably wasn't part of the meal plan life, but like, man, having meals.
I wish. Honestly, if I could go back, I feel like I would have preferred to be on campus, but like,
What can you do?
What can you do? I saved a lot of money.
Yeah.
I walked out of Purchase with only $12K student debt, so I wasn't bad compared to lots of other people.
What did I walk away with?
So
I think I walked away like 22.
Okay, that's still not
on
bad.
campus. So I got a lot of grants and stuff like that. So
I was like, my brother came out of his. He went to freaking UMass.
oh yeah, he
Over
went to a school.
something K.
Yeah, but he has like probably like a super crazy like college experience. I don't know what type of kid he was in college, but like
No, he was a runner, athlete
yeah,
type dude.
Oh.
But either way.
Yeah, our school didn't really care about athletes.
Yeah, guys, we had no Greek life on there since it was an
Nope.
art school, which was great, honestly. I'm very thankful for that.
I don't think the two mesh. You know what I mean?
It
That
didn't.
Greek life and the way that our campus operated, like, yeah, there were cliques and things like that on the
Mm-hmm.
campus, but like Greek life doesn't really mix with the way that campus operates.
It didn't. I know they tried to one here. Like,
Yeah.
I know Show was part of it and all that.
Yeah,
but
they
like,
would go. Yeah, Show was I think trying to integrate it onto the campus, but he ended up pledging like. And I knew another girl named Zalia who was part of my e-board for Soka. She like pledged off campus or whatever. Like I think she went to Manhattanville right there to go do it with them.
Yeah,
or Pace or something like that. But
didn't really work.
Yeah,
But it was, I mean, they were chill with their stuff. But
did you do any internships or?
I did one internships with I did the photos and videos for events and things. So I was going to a lot of the Soka events and taking pictures of them and all that. So I did a lot of the events photography, and then I would post it up for the website and whatever they were running. So
Wait, you were in the. Oh my days! Yes, I do have a picture. You were in the fashion show the year after I graduated.
yes, I was. I was
and
in the
I had
fashion
came
show.
up there and I gave out Saturday shirts.
I think so. I don't remember seeing
They
the
made
Saturday
me
shirts.
walk on the stage to show the boys how to walk. I came up there like some random time.
That's so
But I
funny.
just remember a picture because Beth was in it.
Yeah. She was
But
in
I
the
remember
show.
seeing, and I was like, I do remember. I was like, oh yeah.
His ex
But I
was in the
didn't-
show.
I
Yeah.
didn't know you obviously at all, but like,
Well, we knew each other a bit because we met from some of the parties.
no, I never met you.
Yeah, you did. I
Did I?
remember meeting you. Yeah, because I was friends with your ex, and
But I didn't know her in Purchase at all.
at all. Are you sure? I remember
I-
we were friends in the same circle, so I remember meeting you.
You may have met me from. I didn't even know Kat really either.
No, but you knew Dre and them.
I knew Dre.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe
I was like, I remember meeting you from
Yeah.
Dre's friends.
no disrespect. You might have just been like a little freshman at the time.
I was.
At that
No,
time.
I
So,
was.
like I might have just not even processed.
Yeah. I was like, no, I remember we followed each other sometime after on Instagram,
Yeah.
and that's how eventually branched
Yeah, that's
off.
because I saw like you was hanging out with like Shomar and them
Mhm.
more after like my post graduation. But like, yeah, I was in my own world. 'Cause
Like,
I was,
I know I was definitely a little freshman, but like I do
Yeah.
remember meeting you back in the day. I don't remember when we met, but I
Yeah.
remember you were there.
oh, well, there you go. Well, you know, yeah, because when I was I interned. So first of all, I was an RA junior year. Stop doing that, right? But it is what it is. So I did RA stuff while having my Target job, while interning, having to come into the city, Columbus Circle,
Oh wow.
at Def Jam, which is the record label
nice.
for Universal Music
Yeah,
Group
yeah.
or whatever. So that's what I was doing all of that my whole like senior year. Like I was
Crazy. Look at that, guys.
busy, locked in, and I thought I was gonna work in music. And now here I am doing what I do now. Not music, I'll tell you that.
Did you never studied abroad? Nothing?
No.
You didn't go away
I didn't
at all?
I didn't get a passport until post. What? Why would I be leaving the country?
Why not? Who wants to be stuck in this country?
You got to think about like one. I'm African American, so there's no like family, right? It's not like it's not like a family reason for me to leave the country. Or
I went to Italy because I wanted pasta.
I know, but I'm trying to give you I'm trying to give you context,
Okay.
like to why I didn't even have a passport. Like my mom wasn't flying anywhere, right? So like the most we would go to is seeing other family in this part of the country, right? So I wouldn't have a passport to go to other countries because like we don't have a family reason to do it. And then by the time I was in college, I was only working and stuff like that. So therefore, I never had money.
Wow.
I had to keep on working, and I never was having money to go take a risk to go study abroad or take out extra money to go study abroad. Like I had to keep on working during the summer and stuff like that. So that was never going to be an option. So I didn't get a passport to leave the country until I went to Mexico in like 2014, I think, or whatever. And at that time I was like 23. It's not like I wasn't opposed to it, but like
Yeah. It just
I
didn't
think
happen.
the average American doesn't have a passport.
Wow.
Most people, I think like damn near 80% of this country doesn't have a passport.
That's a little much. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I'm gonna look it up. I think I'm right. Think about the middle of the you sleep on the middle of the country. That's a lot of people ain't been nowhere.
Maybe you're right on that aspect, but like I don't think 80% is. I think is way too high.
What you think?
I think at least maybe like 60.
You think 60% have a passport?
Yeah.
Have.
Yeah.
A passport.
Let's look it up. Let's see what the answer is, guys.
This is the AI thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna
what is the okay? What is the AI answer?
Roughly half of all Americans, between 48% and 51%, hold a valid U.S. passport.
See, okay, so about half. See, I was like 80 is crazy.
That's now, right?
I was closer with 60.
She was closer.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure in 2014,
Stop.
you motherfuckers.
Anyways.
Do you have any before we close out? Do you have any regrets or things you kind of wish you did differently through college, besides wishing you lived on campus? Like maybe a little decision, random thing.
Besides living on campus, I mean, it's a little hard because I'm happy. I studied abroad, which was definitely one of the highlights of my entire college career and just my life in general. And it was really fun. I am sad because the one place that I did want to go, like I went to Italy, and unfortunately it was only 5 weeks versus like some people that went to London. Like I have some friends that went to London and they went for the full 6 months.
Summer, yeah.
They
did the whole semester.
They did a whole semester.
My friend Kalisha did a whole semester in London.
Yeah, my friend Genesis too. She did a whole semester in London, and I was like, I was so jealous. I was like, if they could have done this in Italy, I would have been here for 6 months. You would not have seen me, bitch. I would have been out there. I was so good at it. Oh my gosh. My one friend, actually, do you remember Javon?
Yeah.
He's there now. He went to go visit our spot. I was like, wow, 10 years. To this day.
Long time ago, brother.
10 years, which is crazy. So, yeah, 10-year anniversary. He's back at our place. Shout out to Pishota.
I think what's so interesting about the purchase experience is that even though, like, essentially from my story to your story, we're talking about from 2009 to 2017.
Yeah.
A lot of the same things we experienced. Like, yeah, sure, they may have opened a couple extra new dorms because the new dorms that I heard exist now. Way back.
Bro, they opened a whole new media building after I left. Like, I was like, are we kidding me?
Like every now and then I do get curious. I do this thing. I'll go on TikTok and just type in Suny Purchase.
And see what comes up?
And see what the fuck they doing. You know what I mean? Because like, I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all still doing the fashion show. You know what I mean? As somebody who, which in hindsight is crazy that I was in charge of a fashion show as
funny.
Straight guy, a straight man, telling a bunch of women how to walk in heels. Or like giving them shit for being like, don't come here in wedges.
Ooh.
Like this is like giving them like going crazy, sounding like Simon Cowell.
So funny.
In hindsight, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe nobody got me out of here, coach. But
that's so funny.
Listen, because I made my theme for the fashion show a mix of West Side Story and like a runway theme.
Oh. I didn't know that.
So half the models were only allowed to be in specific scenes or dress in certain styles.
Wow.
So like
that's pretty sick. I love that.
I'll show you the trailer later. I'll pull the trailer up. We have a trailer on YouTube.
Oh my God. I was like, my fashion show was different. I forgot what I don't even remember what the theme was, but it was fun. I was in a really cute bathing suit at some point. That's all that matters.
I'll probably find a picture in the archive. And all the Nightmare on G Street parties and all that shit, man. It's what a time.
What a time.
One of the things I wish I would have done differently is I do wish I spent more time not working. I worked a lot, and not like so much that like I didn't have fun. I still made time to have fun, but there was just like I was like, damn, I was like, I have money, whatever, fuck it.
I remember my little brother being like, yo, why's she working like she got 3 kids to feed? And I was like, I don't know, man. And I was like, I have nothing to show for it now, which is hilarious.
Same.
But like, I mean, at the time, I was just like, I just need money to pay my bills and do my shit. And also, I wanted to.
Locals.
And also, I just really wanted to buy my friends Christmas presents. So I was like, I remember one year I blew $800 on like Christmas presents. Yeah, straight up on Christmas presents.
In college?
In college. I was like, everybody's getting presents from me. All my loved ones. It was crazy.
Wild.
I went in.
Illing blood.
I was like, I could have saved that, bro. I was young. And whatever.
Young and dumb.
Young and dumb. Because I was like, girl, savings account where? Non-existent.
Trip down memory lane, boy.
But either way, I was like, I do miss, I want to see the Stewed. The Stewed, guys, was this really really big place that they would have events and parties, and it's also a skate park. And they would turn it into all these things. Do you remember Skatey's Night where they would turn it into a roller rink?
Yeah, I never went though.
That was so cool.
Because roller skating hurts my calves.
Oh,
not my calves, my shins.
Okay, that's good to know.
I can rollerblade. Roller skating. Fuck that.
Okay,
you did a thing. Remember you did your birthday? I got those skates. I got them skates real fast. I was like, nah, your boy need blades.
That's true. And what else? They also had zombie prom was really fun.
Yeah. I learned so much about like dancers and queer culture on that campus because like
it happens.
Just football, it prepared me for like gentrification being on Purchase. Because by the time I got out of Purchase at that time, 2013, and then coming into gentrified Brooklyn because I didn't know Brooklyn was gentrified while I was on campus, and then seeing Williamsburg, I was like very conditioned, like, oh, this is like Purchase.
Yeah.
I know what this is already. I'm totally like, I get it, right? And now Bushwick is basically more Purchase.
Yeah, literally.
And for some reason, I'm always running into random Purchase people in the street. Don't know how.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody's watching this from Suny Purchase, if you're there now, I doubt you'll be watching this random anime podcast. Let us know what your experience is like currently there. If you're watching it while you was there before us, maybe, or while maybe you just happened to be watching this and didn't realize we went to the same school as you this whole time. Let us know what your life was like there. That's very random, I guess.
Can I tell you one regret I just thought of right now?
What?
Speaking of anime, the one thing I was really sad about is that all the clubs were after 10 p.m. I was so mad. So I could never join a club because they were like during the week. Yeah. You had to be on campus. And so I always wanted to join the anime club, and I could never do that. I wanted to join anime club, photography club. There were so many.
I don't know if there was an anime club when I was there.
There was so many things, and I could never join it because I was a commuter, and after I live in the fucking class.
Don't lie. No, the Bronx is mad close.
No, not even about that. I would not find parking. If I came going home, I would have been cooked.
Yeah,
no parking.
Okay. I was like, that's bad. It's right there.
No.
You said parking?
It was like, 30 minutes, super not even. Easy, light work. Yeah, I was like, light work. Totally fine. Parking, cooked.
Man, I was living and dying by the loop. Purchase loop. Going into White Plains. I did have a car for one year. I will never own a car again. Worst year of my life. R.I.P. Sasha. My 97 Nissan Altima, which I guess people make fun of because men aren't allowed to own Altimas.
That's weird.
It's like a girl car. I
think. I had a Nissan Altima. Actually, no, that was my mom's car. I lied. But, yeah.
Usually guys get Maximas.
I wouldn't know the difference, but.
Yeah. Well, look at that. Somehow, with just the two of us, we have created a 2-hour and 40-minute episodes. You probably cut out this part of the episode and probably watch everything else because you was like, none of this stuff is.
I don't care about these people.
Whatever. It is what it is. It's just us here. We're just doing whatever.
But guys, you got to know a little bit about us, so a little bit into our lives and how we grew up and everything. So I know we're not usually any kind of personal, but we figured this will be something different.
Because we know we can't get Danny to do it.
Yeah, Danny won't
try it. We have tried before
to try to get Danny to be a little bit more personal. He's like, I don't like that. Anyway, here's anime.
He said, "This is what I'm watching, though." So we've tried it. So whatever, we took advantage. But thank you guys for coming through to this episode. We greatly appreciate it. If you guys have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts on everything we talked about here. Make sure you check out all the live streams we have going on this network. At this point, I'm telling people we have a network. We're not a podcast anymore. We're a network because the podcast is the smallest segment of what we do on this channel. You know what I mean? This is something that happens every 2 weeks, but we have you gaming, us watching all types of different stuff, and then we do read-throughs and read-alongs and reviews and reactions, all types of different stuff. We have grown past a podcast. So, guys, check out the Moon Piece Network. You know what I mean? We out here. So, thank you guys for coming through. No, y'all. Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life.